cancel culture is about canceling.
Up yours. Woke moralists. Up yours.
Systematic bullying that's happening.
And they believe that they invent
Cocaína.
But it's the wax that the Terminator X run. Now they got me in a cell cause my records ain't sell. Cause a brother like me said, well,
it's one like this, it's one like this, immaculate conception. Not transform like this, perform like this, which yells you a new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate, then off your head. This that puts against the bed. This that I got realness, I just push cause it's in my DNA. I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA. I got junk, I got evil that rot inside my DNA. I got off, I got trouble, some heart inside my DNA.
They seem animalistic is what I mean.
No, they're worse than animals.
the woke mob. They ruin everything.
They stopped Ben Shapiro from going to events and speaking. They stopped Ann Coulter from doing it.
I will never surrender even a single inch of ground to a pitchfork mob.
You never cave to the mob.
We will never bow to the mob. Ever. No matter what.
Do you see the final expression of cancel culture in terrorist groups like
We'll see. Count. They
want you to comply.
Hey, how's it going,
Hi,
everybody?
friends. Hello.
Having a wonderful Thursday, everybody, hopefully.
Happy Thursday to you.
Good. How about the chat? We doing okay? Good.
Hey,
The
chats.
government of Canada is bringing down.
Sorry, that was me. I was trying to open the chat on your chats at the same time.
I heard the government of Canada is bringing down, so...
Yeah, that's the YouTube ad when I opened up the Matt Binder channel. Matt Binder, your YouTube channel is doing Government of Canada ads. So if the government of Canada, 6 cents or maybe 2 cents. I don't know how it works.
Getting paid by Canada. My
You
mic
just
is
got paid
low.
by
Okay,
the
I'll turn
government of
it
Canada.
up. Usually my mic is very high, so I turn it down. I'll turn it up, though. Or at
You
least on
sound great
auto.
on this side.
Does that sound okay, everybody? I've been messing with my mic because I've had a couple of comments here and there saying that there's like a high frequency hiss whenever I talk. So I've been messing with the settings, trying to figure it out because my ears are too old to hear it. And I don't think that I solved the problem. Okay, I did make it louder, so that's good. Don't hear anything bad. Yeah, I don't hear anything bad too, but some people are saying, specifically audiophiles who are younger are saying, yeah, there's some with my mic. So I bought a new XLR cord, replaced it, don't know. Trying my best. I have no idea what I'm doing. So
I think
Leftist
you sound
audio.
great.
You know, it sounds fine to me, but I don't know. But enough about my my audio problems. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful week despite all of the crazy shit. I will say that today and really yesterday as well, we did get some really good stories that are hilarious. I kind of want to wait to talk about them until everybody else gets here. But you all know that Drusky dropped a parody that is ruffling some feathers. And on top of that, this one probably isn't going to be within the political sphere, but there's a new demo that dropped for a game called Tamagotchi Life. And I'm not sure if you're all familiar with this. Probably not. It's very niche, but it's basically like The Sims and Animal Crossing. And you create characters. You can make them be friends with each other, become, lovers and whatnot, make them gay. It's very woke. And all of the people online are turning it into a dunk fest on Charlie Kirk. It seems like everybody who's sharing screenshots are realizing, we all created Charlie Kirk in this game. So we can talk about that as well. There is apparently no filter in the game for swearing. So, you give, I guess you could, I haven't played the demo, but you apparently can feed the little characters subjects. So, people are posting videos of like Charlie Kirk walking up talking about jerking off with one of the one of the buddies there. You've got some Epstein, Trump.
Can you show like a clip of this? I just need to reference anything.
I've been trying to save some to show you all what I'm talking about because it's one of those things that I don't know how to. I can't really describe it, but it's very.
Yeah, share with the class.
Somebody made a whole character of a Tim Pool tweet. So let me share it, okay? Because
so sorry, just for clarity, this is Tamagotchi based on the Tamagotchi toys of like the 90s that used to be where you create the pets, or
well, okay, it's similar, but it's called Tamagotchi. But I think it's pretty much the same concept where you have to take care of your characters. But like somebody created an entire Tim Pool tweet.
What?
Yeah. God. And to the side, you can see that, they're creating characters that are that would be considered offensive to conservatives. So, yeah, there's a whole world out there that is doing a lot of crazy shit in Tamagotchi life. And then when they all decided to share what they've been doing, they all did the same thing. Like, they were all doing Charlie Kirk memes and conservative memes. There's also an Epstein one as well. I don't know if it was Jeffrey Epstein, or no. Okay, so it looked to be that they created a character.
I like how you said, I don't know if it was Jeffrey Epstein, as if there was another Epstein. It could
be. Yeah, don't tarnish the other Epstein's good name.
True. So. Somebody designed a hat saying, "I hate my employees." It's supposed to look like MAGA. So, fun fact, Jeffrey Epstein and I hang out from time to time.
They all look like Wii U characters. Why is that?
So, they're supposed to be based off of the Nintendo Wii Me characters. Do you remember those?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's basically what these are.
Okay.
Where you're just making Miis and making them be gay with each other and stuff. It's very... I don't know what the gameplay is. It just seems like it is Tamagotchi, like you were saying, Lance, but that came on my radar, and it's very interesting. People they're having some fun with that.
I feel like that's like finding out when there was like protests going on Roblox, where I'm like, that's just a totally separate world from the video games that I play or the worlds that I travel in. But like, I'm happy for y'all. I'm glad that people are having fun somewhere on some platform doing things they find fun, I guess. That's what they're doing.
I mean, listen, I'm too old for that, but I don't think I'm too old for this. I think I'm going to have to check out the demo now because I have a lot of characters to make. I want to make a Bernie, and I want to make it kiss Marjorie Green, the other character. I just think it would be funny. It's like, I guess it's like play dolls for adults. But basically, it's the characters can just kind of get into all kinds of shenanigans with each other. Some of them will have crushes on each other from time to time. And you can try to, facilitate a relationship, but they'll get rejected and cry. So you have to give them something to make them feel better. You can give them a teddy bear or give them a new love interest. I watched like a presentation about this game, and it looks completely unhinged. But I'm totally sold. So, yeah.
The chat is saying Tomodachi means friend in Japanese.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay,
there you go.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be about. Yeah, so Tara says some
Tamagotchi is friend and egg combined. It means egg friend. Tamagotchi. That's cute.
Egg friend.
Like that.
Okay, that makes so much sense now.
No, I didn't know about any of that. No, the tech news I was following this week was the collapse of Sora and basically the AI industry's bubble beginning to implode. That's what I was following more than I was following that story.
That's some good news too.
It is and it isn't. Binder probably knows way more than me. I mean, I listen and read a lot of Ed Zitron, so he's kind of my go-to for what goes on in the financials behind the scenes. But the Sora thing, which feels like a win, is more indicative of them just following whatever stream is making them the most potential profit. Like Sora cost $10 to $15 million every day to run, made zero revenue, and had no possible like ROI. Whereas like they have found that the same like basically AI systems being used to produce Sora videos could be used by the way other companies are using them, like Oracle, to do coding that actually has a way higher, like, ROI, or at least profitability potential stream than making just useless SpongeBob doing 9/11 videos, which is why Sora probably closed down. And then the funny part just being that Disney had recently bought in, but maybe Binder, you know way more than I do on that.
Everything you said, yes.
Nice. I got it accurately.
Also,
I reported.
Also, TikTok's video AI product was eating their lunch. It was completely, in terms of like what people were, in the sense that people within the industry use this stuff. The one that TikTok released was much more prevalent. Like no one was using Sora. So no one of any sort of business venture was using Sora. And then Disney, pulled their $1 billion investment. I couldn't tell if it was before or after they closed Sora, but it was clear that this was not working out. If Disney just pulls out, regardless of whether if it was before, then that made sense. That was the end of Sora. But if OpenAI was just like, yeah, we're not so sure about Sora, and Disney was like, I'm out. I mean, what are you going to do then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's wild. So that happened. Meta closed down, which is another really big thing. I was like, there was a lot of really bad news for the tech industry. Oh, Goldman
Meta
Sachs
closed down. What are you talking about? No.
not Meta, the totality of the company. They're closing down their VR division.
Oh, the metaverse. Yes.
The metaverse is closing down, but that was still billions of dollars, invested and gone.
No, they thought that was the future. They thought that was it. They thought that was they put all their eggs in that basket.
I could have told them that was a bad investment. When you go back to those videos where Mark Zuckerberg was like, here's my avatar, and then it showed him and there was like the Eiffel Tower behind him. I remember dying laughing looking at that. Like, what? And then there was, oh my God, there was a demonstration. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this wasn't Meta, where they said this is going to be the future of grocery shopping. And they were like, so you were in a virtual grocery store.
Oh, that's the metaverse.
It was the metaverse. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And you were taking things off the shelf.
It was branded with
basket.
Walmart.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
It was to virtually shop in Walmart and grab, like you're describing, grab the items off the shelf and put them into your digital shopping cart.
As opposed to just clicking add to cart.
Yeah, exactly.
You physically have to, I guess, simulate taking
shopping.
Something, putting it in a... Why would anybody want to do this? Oh, hon, I forgot to grab this. Let me go. Like, this doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It's crazy that they thought that we would want to do something like this.
That's so true. You forgot the toilet paper. Oh yeah, give me 10 minutes. I'll find that aisle.
I
am on it. And you got to do
these guys really have no idea what they're doing. Like,
no,
it's stunning. Like, they think people want to do that type of thing that they already do in real life. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, earlier in the Majority Report, we were talking about like that Melania Trump video where she walks out with the robot, and how like
it's really funny.
All these robots are always created to be humanoids, but if you were actually creating a robot to accomplish something, and on the show I brought up, like, did you guys see like when there was all those snowstorms a couple of weeks ago? There were like videos of like humanoid robots shoveling.
Oh,
and it's like there were videos of humanoid robots shoveling, and it's like if you were to make a robot whose purpose was to clear snow, the human form is not the ideal type of robot you'd make. You'd make like an autonomous like snowplow, like just a snowplow that can go around and take up big piles of snow. It wouldn't look like a humanoid, but like the tech world is obsessed with creating these humanoid robots. Like they could create a robot however they'd like. They could let their imagination go wild. Literally, there are no limits to creating a robotic in a form of anything. But they're obsessed with doing it in the human form for some bizarre reason. I mean, there's a few reasons why we could guess. And number one is like really rich people who fund these things are clapping their hands going, oh, well, it looks like a human. You know, like that's because that's what they think it's supposed to look like. It's like movies. Yeah.
But that's it. I think it's because they want them to remind them of sci-fi robots and have them be like, I'll give you $100 billion. You're making Skynet. Fucking you do it. Right. Here's money.
They want to live in that sci-fi future, but the only thing they're bringing about is like the sci-fi dystopias where like tech overlords are, stripping us of our jobs with their technology. And there's like fascism. By the way, I don't know if this is true. I have to pull this up really quick. So Carrie Shaw sent the super chat in saying, "Didn't Snoop Dogg buy land in the metaverse?" Please tell me this is not true.
He probably did. I mean, these guys were investing. These guys were buying
land.
These guys were buying the fucking Bored Apes on NFTs. These guys were buying all this shit up. I mean, that they thought that they were. These celebrities were eating up what the tech bros were selling them. I mean, I would guess that they probably didn't lose very much because the tech bros gave them the heads up so they could get in right away. So they probably made profits from selling this stuff when it was big. But this just, it is what it is. I was thinking of, imagine if like the tech bros around during like the dawn of like the automobile. And like they were like, oh, we should create this thing called cars. And they came out with their design. And it was literally like all of us riding on the back of a humanoid robot. And that was a car. Like we were piggyback riding on. Like that's what they would come up with today. If cars did not exist, that would be their grand idea for cars. What if you could ride on the back of a humanoid robot? Yeah, like that's what they would think.
By the way, I pulled up a video from the heyday of Meta when somebody was like, this is just two normal human beings having a perfectly normal conversation.
I forgot his alien phase. This was right before his dude bro phase where he like reimagined himself, started to like pretend he knew how to hunt. He was lying to Joe Rogan about like his favorite bow and shit. And he didn't even memorize the name, right? Like if you're going to be a poser, pose, like do the work. Oh, that's funny.
So unbelievably robotic. Yeah, he didn't have the gold chain or anything. Okay, we could watch some of this just because I remember this being really cringeworthy, but I don't remember the specifics though.
Yeah, this is after the smoking meats
Deb
phase.
from our studios team is joining
okay.
me. Deb, do you want to take us through some of the exciting games in the pipeline for Quest?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Over the
this
years,
is
we've
like
had
the
the
20th
opportunity
take,
to work
too.
with incredible developers like Vertigo Games, the studio behind fan favorite Arizona Sunshine.
I love Arizona Sunshine. That game basically got me and my friends through the first few months of the pandemic.
That's awesome.
Girl, what are you doing with your hands?
Excited that we're partnering
Boy,
with Vertigo
I love
on
Arizona
5 more
Sunshine.
great games from Deep Silver and others. We'll share more about
From
this
Deep
lineup
Silver
very
and
soon.
others.
Nice. What else is coming?
Well, the metaverse is
Mobile
constantly
games,
evolving.
no one's heard.
So one of the most important aspects will be live service games that launch updates and new downloadable content regularly, like Echo VR, Beat Saber, Onward, Pistol Whip, and more. We're focused on this a lot right now, making sure games can build out active communities. Beat Saber has a passionate community.
Oh, I love Beat Saber.
So do I. And Beat Saber just passed $100 million
I
in
love
lifetime
Beat
revenue
Saber.
on Quest alone. It's a great example of a game that keeps releasing fresh
I love that they
content.
talk like NPCs
They've
for this.
actually
I
been
wonder
working
how
on
they
evolving
sing
the
the
way
advice.
that you interact.
Yeah, it feels like a cutscene, right? That's why we love these games, such as Beat Saber. Whoa, I love Beat Saber. Don't we all? It makes 100 million in sales. It's so great. Like this feels like a fucking video game cutscene.
It's like bad
great.
AI too.
Yeah.
I mean, they all talk as if they're using like corporate speak all the time. Like they don't like it's like that McDonald's CEO that went viral because they were like, "Oh, I love this brand new product," and he's holding a hamburger, and it's like, I get it. Like that's how you guys talk about these your product offerings in your corporate meetings, but to the public, you don't call a food menu item a product. It's just not what customers don't go to the restaurant and go like, "Oh, I'm just checking out your products on the screen." No, they don't. But like they're so in that world, they don't live among regular people that like that's what they did, and everyone made fun of them for it. Like this is the equivalent, and like that was the case for all these tech companies. I think like as they realized more and more people who aren't within like the industry or watching these stuff. A lot of them, like Apple, for example, I think updated like the keynote presentation so that it spoke to more people than just like industry insiders, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's why they sound like aliens. It's just not how humans talk to each other, to your point.
No, and like you said, Lance, this is probably like the 15th take. Like they feel like this was the one. They watched it back and they were like, no, that's perfect. It feels very organic, that's the one. Very natural.
Like Beat Saber. I love Beat Saber. Like,
I just love the two hands. There's this and then there's this. Like nobody talks like this. Have you ever had a conversation with a normal human being?
Feel the music.
Feel
Also,
the music.
The team has been working on something really cool. Check this out. All the time. And they keep partnering.
Wait,
and
okay, that was fast.
I can't wait to play this.
Oh, Lord Jesus. She ain't never touched a video game in her life. Neither has he.
You could play these anywhere else, probably way cheaper than you can on the metaverse. Like this was just such a weird push, like to have mass adoption of VR. Like you would need the majority of people who have computers to also have VR headsets. That's such an expensive added like feature that no one can afford or buys. There's not mass adoption like they wanted.
Well, they had their Meta Quest, which was just the standalone unit. But the problem is that like all the games were just shovelware. I mean, there were probably a few good ones here and there. But the problem is that like he was more fixated on investing in the metaverse as opposed to just good video games. And yeah, there's other options out there. I mean, I know that Valve is still making one, but for the most part, VR is still very niche. And he was like the worst salesman ever for it because he focused on dumb shit and then ended up killing the entire thing that he bought. I think so. If I'm remembering correctly, he bought Oculus at the time from Palmer Luckey, who did like a Kickstarter for it and then came out as a Trump supporter. And now he's a big AI guy. So the entire scene is just like completely tainted by dipshits and opportunists. But I will say I am enjoying seeing all these companies go down, or at least like elements of them go down. They're still going to be fine. But, you know, it's nice to see them eat shit, especially because they won't stop shoving AI down our throats. Did you all see the DLSS 5 preview?
God, that was so bad. You know what's not only bad about that was the back and forth afterwards, where like initially they started pushing back and being like, if this was a new console that released, all of you would be losing your minds and saying the graphics are revolutionary, but because it's AI, you're shitting on it preemptively. All the way to like a week later, then the Nvidia CEO is now like, we also don't like slop. We're anti-slop. We're on your team, guys. I don't know. I thought it was horrifying because it calls into question art direction. Just as an entire discipline, like the idea of art direction. If you have a series of filters that completely changes the way a game looks and feels, then that invalidates everything an entire team of hundreds of people did to bring you that experience, essentially.
Yeah, and I think you said this last week. We touched on it, but like they just yassified everything. So I have in case nobody knows what I'm talking about. So this is what the game looks like. And like DLSS in general isn't bad. It just upscales things. But this is like this new iteration is them basically adding an AI filter over it. And so this is it without the filter. And then this is what happens. They yassify it. Like it doesn't look good. It looks like shit. And it's changing the art direction. And then for some of them, like let me see. Which one was it? Oh, it was this one right?
Oh yeah, those are the ones where it just completely changes the way the character looks.
Right. They give like a sure. They show you oh my god, this website is so bad. It keeps hang on, let me find a better link here. But basically they made like the kids in Hogwarts Legacy look like they're in their 40s, and they gave the guy from Starfield, like the character, one giant nostril because it thought that the shadow was like the nose. It looks like garbage. And it's crazy that they're so stunned by the backlash, because I feel like as soon as I saw this, I thought, oh, people are not going to be happy because it looks like dog shit. Like, what are they thinking? Nobody wants an AI filter. It has the AI halo as well. Like that you can just see it. It just looks gross.
And it changes. It kind of does that weird. It changes in real time. Like if you look at the way hair moves, like the hair is changing in the way the AI graphics are being presented. So it looks like it's coming in and out of like a dream sequence. It's very strange.
It's just unsettling and it doesn't look great. Okay, here's just the video presentation. I'll play that without the music, but let me full screen.
My God. Finally, there we go. Leon's is crazy.
I know.
Why?
Wait, let me see that again.
And he wasn't an ugly character before, you know?
The old lady looks so bad.
I know. It's a glow up in real time.
It's like the old lady got deep fried.
Yeah, she does deep fried.
Looks so bad. Watch this. So this is supposed to be like a 15-year-old. Like, I can't. It's so unsettling. Okay, this is the one with the nose shadow. You can't see because
it just uncanny valleys it instantaneously, you know?
Yeah. It looks very bizarre.
The football ones were the ones where I was like, I have a harder time being like, that's terrible, because I can see what you're going for. Like the technology does make it look more photorealistic, but still there's something very off-putting about it at the same time.
I wonder if the football ones, the soccer ones look better because they're real people that it's able to base it off of. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah, use that information to feed it. Yeah.
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 And it's not just crazy. What it's doing for the other ones is like, it's like people don't realize like when they use this for like they use AI to like enhance old photos. Like if something's completely obscured and they think AI could like see through the whatever it is, like whatever scratches, like it can't do that. It's basically just guessing what's missing in the photo, and it's like making it up. It's like that's why you shouldn't use it on like old photos of family members, because it's gonna tell you, it's gonna show you a version of your family member that didn't exist. Like it doesn't actually know what your ancestor from the late 1800s looks like. It's just guessing based on what's missing.
Yeah. Oh, and also what's crazy is that so you apparently need two 5090s to run this, which are very expensive graphics cards. One of them just for the game, and then one to generate the sloppy AI bullshit over it, which is wild to me.
Yeah, so it's like everything else. It's for a consumer market that doesn't apply to the general public. It's like those Apple AR glasses, or even the idea of the mass adoption of VR. That's for high-end consumers. That's people who can afford a very good computer with a good graphics card and then buy accessories. Like then I'm going to buy a headset just for video games, right? Then I'm going to buy a whole bunch of different tools and stuff. So I'm not surprised this stuff never took off and that the metaverse is done.
Yeah. Somebody says here that I did fix my audio. Okay, the XLR cable worked. Okay, that's encouraging because that's all I did, and it fixed it the last time people were complaining. So if anybody else heard the high frequency hiss in my microphone and you don't hear it now, I guess it did it. Let me know if it sounds better. That makes me feel a lot better because I was going crazy trying to learn audio. And like, is it the microphone? Is it the XLR cable? Is it my Rodecaster? Is it the computer? Is it some sort of like interference? So hopefully that worked. Okay. I was going crazy by that. It's like that. I don't know if you saw It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but there's a episode where Dennis and Mac move into a house and the smoke detector battery is up and he can't figure out where it's coming from. And he's like going crazy over it. That's me, but except I can't hear it, and other people are going crazy over it. Okay, so I'm gonna save the Drewski thing. By the way, is it Drewski or Drusky?
Drewski.
Oh my god! All right, so FYI, the video tomorrow, I pronounce it as Drusky the entire time. So
you better go back and fix it. You're gonna get a lot of shit for that.
I know. I am gonna get a lot of shit. My brain.
That's happened to me before, where then I go back and I'm like, oh my god, I have to change like 16 instances of me saying this person's name because I pronounced it wrong.
I'm not gonna change it. I can't do it.
Go back and change it.
Because I remember that when we talked about it before, when he was doing his NASCAR redneck scene or a skit or whatever, either Rebecca or Ariana was like, no, it's Drewski when I said Drusky. And I remember that after the fact, but my brain just reverted back to Drusky. I don't know. I'm a boomer. I can't help it.
I will fix it. I will go back and fix it. It's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be. It's so much shit. I wouldn't even publish the video. Then I just.
No, it's not that big of a deal. At least it isn't to me. But I mean, if people don't want to watch the video because of a mispronunciation, then that's fine.
I think you should try using AI, see how well it fixes it. That's when comedian decided to.
And comedian
what you should do, the easiest thing to do.
Drewski, I did it again.
The easiest thing to do would be to film an addendum to the video you attach to the beginning of the video going, I pronounce it Drusky this entire time. It's an inside joke. That just so you know. I know it's Drusky, but it's an inside joke.
And none of you are in on the joke.
Yeah. And we'll all know that the inside joke is that you're mispronouncing it.
I'll just put a little comment pin saying, yeah, I know. Because people will, oh my God, they will not stop telling me, Mike, did you know it's not pronounced? Mike, did you know? Mike, did you know? It's like, oh my God, I know.
I mean, you obviously didn't know, so I don't know why you're lying to your audience.
I know now. Like, oh my God, I know now, please.
But yeah, it's funny. It was very refreshing to feel a little safer because, what was it, 2 months ago, like 800, 900 people like lost their jobs for making Charlie Kirk jokes.
Right.
And didn't think we'd see a full Erica Kirk dancing at Charlie Kirk's funeral drag performance this quickly. And this well done, I might say.
Very well done.
Props to the makeup team. My word, unbelievable. And it's a solid sketch. It's just start to finish. It's a good comedy sketch. It's a flawless impersonation, and the eyes part of the sketch. That it still gets me. I was like,
right.
Those are the eyes.
Although Drewski's not the first to do this. You saw the other Charlie Kirk drag queen, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, I can't remember her name. But she did. Let me just find it really quick. Although it probably will be hard now because when you just search Charlie Kirk or Erica Kirk drag queen, it's gonna be all Drewski. Yeah, let me see. I played it in a video that I did. Let me see. It's very, very good though. Oh, it's Erica Quirk by Lauren Bell.
That's very clever. I like that. Erica Quirk.
It is. Yeah. Okay, I found it. It's by Lauren Bell, by the way, for those who are wondering. I think that's her TikTok handle. Let me bring it in here. Yeah, so she was the first to do it.
Oh, I have seen this.
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do.
What do you want to say to the other people that are putting these lies out?
That's really good.
Yeah.
Stop. That's it.
Amazing.
Really good.
The moratorium on Charlie Kirk jokes appears to be over, regardless if conservatives are ready to accept that or not. What's crazy is I honestly believe that nobody would be doing this if they didn't push so hard in the beginning. Like, it really felt like that was going to be the Reichstag fire moment for the right, and they went all in, and it backfired so spectacularly. It's actually crazy to me.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Also, every single time Drewski does this, we get the same discourse. I saw all these like white comedians posting old videos of them doing blackface and stuff, being like, it's okay for me to like re-release this because Drewski did whiteface, so now I'm allowed to do blackface. So, my friend, you wanted to do blackface and you thought you couldn't because you'd be judged for it. So now you're like, oh, okay, all right. Clearly, the scales have tipped, in white people's favor here.
Have you gone through some of the comments from conservatives in response to that? It is fucking crazy. My video about this, it goes into it, but basically, long story short, if you don't want to watch the video tomorrow, please do, even though I mispronounced Drewski. Long story short is they believe that they now are able to do blackface because Drewski did whiteface, which is racist against white people. That is the takeaway from this. So, they're
let them do it. Let them go out and do it.
I mean, they are. There's Lily Gaddis. Right?
I know
that lady who did blackface. She got popular for saying the N-word.
Yeah, but
she was offended by this.
But they're not going out and doing it. They're doing it in the comfort of their own home.
True.
Like, go out and do it. Go out. Just go out and do it.
Yeah. It is keyboard blackface.
That's true.
if you think it's okay, just go out and do it. I mean, just do it. Like, they clearly are too chicken shit because they know it's gonna get them fucked up because they know it's not the same. But if they truly believe it's open season and it's fine for them to do it, then go out and do it. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's true.
But they're just very, they're saddened by the fact that, a black man would do a parody of a white woman when you think about the history of, whiteface in this country and how it's been used to oppress white people. They feel just so.
I was like, where's the going with this?
Should we just bring it in? Because we've talked about it so much. We might as well watch it.
Might as well relive the happy times. All right. There's too many war crimes and atrocities every day in our feeds. It's nice to have a happy moment again. So thank you.
I also have other happy video, not happy. Well, I want to say like more funny videos, but I think we all could use that. It's the video I'm thinking of besides the Erica Kirk one with Drewski is the Spring Breaker Fox News interview. That one it's a little depressing, but maybe it could be fun. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna put in the
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, it's a little soul crushing, but also funny in like a sad way. I don't know. I'll let you all decide. But first let's we'll watch this stuff. I'll have to mute some of it, by the way, because there's copyrighted music, but here it is.
On your feet, boy!
By the way, just real quick, nobody's pointed this out, and I have to. Does he not look identical to Kat Kamek? I know he was going for Erica Kirk, but he looks just like Kat Kamek. If you don't know, let me just find a picture. Kat Kamek is a Republican representative from Florida, and I swear to God, it looks identical to her. Let me share this instead. Like, tell me that doesn't look exactly like Drewski, right? So yeah, I had to point that out. It's crazy. I mean, to be fair, all like conservative women kind of look very similar with the blonde hair and the Mar-a-Lago style face. Makeup. Yeah, so, but it looks in particular like her. Oh, don't want to copyright, but
yeah, just imagine the song "We Are Charlie Kirk" is
praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
nice.
I filled it in.
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. We are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
I can't believe you did this.
Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha. And Bella will have all organic hot cup. Yes, everything organic.
When I was watching this, like, everybody in the stream, I was saying like, "Oh no, he's found out about the pup cups." That's such a a white woman brunch thing where you'll see all these women, the littlest little dogs lining up for Starbucks because Starbucks gives them these things called pup cups, and they're little shot glasses of whipping cream for their dogs, and they all sit there with their little dogs, just looking up the whipping cream, holding their line for pup cups. How did he know? Oh no, it's broken containment. It's broken brunch containnement.
So I did not know what a pup cup was. This was in 2014, 2015. And so we were getting Starbucks at the time when I still got Starbucks, and our dog was with us. He's a pug. And they're like, "Do you want a pup cup?" I'm like, "A what?" Like, a pup cup. Like, it's a coffee for a dog. I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." I thought it was going to be like a little biscuit or something, shaped like a cup. They bring out the pup cup, and it is the whipped cream. My dog got that shit all over my fucking car. Every lick splattered it. And I'm like, "Oh my God, never again will I take him to Starbucks. Never again." So that's my first interaction with pup cups. Not I've gotten in on white girl trends before. Pumpkin spice, sure, I can fuck with that. But the pup cups, I can't do it. That's one thing I cannot do.
Fair enough.
Are you good? 4, 3, 2. Hold your chest lifted. We're gonna lift.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those
this is from a real speech, by the way.
Seriously?
Yeah, this is parodying a real. She was in tears while she was giving it too.
What? Erica Kirk actually said this?
Not verbatim. She's in tears and basically being like, "We have to care about the men of America, especially the white men," and specifically names. Yeah, she specifically named white men. Yes.
No, we have to find that after this because I did not know. What?
Yeah, she calls out the white children.
That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't know that.
They are the ones who mattered most.
That's why it's a good sketch, because it brought attention to something. We're talking about it. We learned things. Yeah. We laughed. It was very funny. So
we laughed. We cried. We we learned something new.
Oh, it came right up. Let me bring this in. That's crazy. I can't believe she said. Well, okay, I can't believe she said this shit. It's just.
I mean, listen. It is kind of. It's not surprising she thinks it and believes it, but I am a little bit surprised that she said it out loud.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she was married to Charlie Kirk, a white supremacist, so odds are she. I
mean, more eyes have been on them than ever before because he's a mainstream figure. After he got killed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you're really sharing those feelings out loud when you're saying that stuff now.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there. Strong men who are convicted.
She says it's so weird. It sounds like she's talking about male men.
I thought that first. I was like, we need strong white male men.
Yeah. I was like, shit, they're catching a stray. Male men seem pretty chill.
Listen, I support my boys in blue of all colors. They could be any background. They don't need to be white. If you're part of the U.S. Postal Service, I salute you.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Canada postal workers deserve our praise over here too.
We love postal workers. I said coastal workers.
We do.
Oh my god.
We love mailmen.
Oh my god! On the subject of Charlie Kirk, I forgot about another Tamagotchi Life meme where somebody created the character Charlie Kirk, and they were joking about how you can choose whatever pronouns you want. There's he, him, she, her, they, them. And somebody's like, oh my God, what pronoun should I give to Charlie? And somebody responded with was, were. And these people
in the game.
No, just somebody on Twitter responded to the screenshot with like was, were. And I'm like, they have no chill. They're so ruthless. It's crazy. Like it's
the majority of like the TikTok and Charlie Kirk memes are being done by Groipers. Like the Epstein ones you see all the time with Sora video, those are all Groiper memes. Yeah, all the calling cards are there. They always have Epstein, P. Diddy. They're always at some point talking about like this mythical land that if you drink the right amount of a Monster Energy drink and you believe in like the power of Trump, you can get to, and it's all white, blonde-eyed, blue-haired people. This whole genre of weird shit, that's all Groipers. That like they also started making Charlie Kirk memes because of the ban. Like, if you tell everyone you can't make a joke about this, even people who are aligned with you are gonna be like, but I really want to fucking make a joke about this. Like, come on, you gotta let us make some memes. Come on, just one.
Right. It's kind of like how with all the evangelicals, when they make you repress your sexuality, like you end up being a bigger freak. At least that's what true. It seems like. So maybe it's like when you repress their ability to joke about something, or a person, it makes them want to do it even further. It's like taboo, and that makes it so much more funnier to them. It's crazy because like everybody, like you all think that I have the most fucked up sense of humor, but god damn, like Tamagotchi life has exposed me to a whole new world out there. I am tame compared to everybody else. Although to be fair, I do have a very dark sense of humor, which is like, jokes about like death and stuff to me are funny. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like maybe this is a generalization, but a lot of LGBTQ people have a very dark sense of humor in that way, like where they joke about death and survival shit like that. Technique. That's honestly my theory too. I think that makes a lot of sense because I mean, you kind of have to have a crazy sense of humor because you went through some shit. So yeah, usually when other people, whenever I hear somebody say dark sense of humor, if they're not LGBT, I'm like, oh, that just means racist. Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah.
But
yeah, 100%. I'm really edgy, bro. I have a dark sense of humor. Oh, is it the N-word? I bet it's the N-word. I bet it's just the N-word, isn't it?
What else would it be?
You edgy boy, you. Look at you. Oh, you're going to say it.
God.
Yeah.
Well, I did put Trump in the thumbnail because I figured we'd talk about the Iran war. I don't know if you guys want to talk about the Iran war. It's very depressing.
Wait, did I miss them? Is our guest joining us today or no?
Francesca is supposed to join us. She did DM me on Twitter saying, can you send me the StreamYard link? I sent her the link. I think I told her the same rules I tell to everybody. You're welcome to join at any point.
Whenever,
as long as you drop in for as long as you want, as long as you're little. So,
right, cool. No,
Francesca, if you're watching this right now, Binder is saying,
No rush. I just people tend to in the chat tend to ask, and then I don't want to make it look like we're just like, yeah, we got Vassan Piker on the show tonight. Everyone should really tune in.
Put him in the thumbnail right now.
People tune in for Francesca, so they
I agree.
Yeah,
I did put her in the title of my video because she's clickbait. She's a good get.
I don't want people being.
She messaged me this morning saying when this Leftist Mafia begin. I sent her to Streamlabs, and I'm sure she could be doing like another show right now. She's also quite busy.
Totally fine. No, please just feel free to come by whenever.
Oh, Bayphoto's asking, is Rebecca coming back? Yeah, Rebecca is working. Her work schedule conflicts with Leftist Mafia, so she will come back at some point. We maybe should change the days we stream just because it would probably be better for her and David. So we'll have to talk behind the scenes about that. But yeah, Rebecca has not left, but she is
it'd be pretty hard for me to do a day other than Thursday. We'll have to figure it out.
Thursday's the best for me as well. Yeah. Valid Mike, you did lure me in with the title. Haha, it worked. Okay. I can't overpromise and under-deliver though. So if she doesn't come, I will play you a video with Francesca, so that way you at least you get the
that'd be pretty fun. Hey guys, we got Ryan Gosling joining us tonight. Here's a clip from Barbie.
Speaking of Ryan Gosling, did you watch Project Hail Mary?
No, I have not seen it. Is it good?
It's good. Yeah, I read the book 3 times, so I was very down for the movie. I actually saw it in IMAX, believe it or not, which I never even go to movie theaters, so to see it at IMAX is a lot for me. I enjoyed it. Yeah, the book was better, predictably, but nonetheless, great movie. Very well done.
I've heard good things. It's probably not going to be a movie I end up getting to movie theaters to see, but I'm very interested in it.
Yeah, it's just go in blind if you can, if you haven't already seen too much. I think that's probably the best way to do it. I won't spoil. Don't worry.
It seems like an ET type movie with the alien, but I'm not gonna. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how they're selling it. I don't like that they are selling it that way. I think they're giving away too much in the trailers.
Ooh.
Because in the book, you don't really know that. We're talking about Project Hail Mary, Lance, in case you
oh, okay.
Thought too. Yeah, in the book, you just know. Like if you read the synopsis, it's just like you're an astronaut who wakes up on a spaceship, doesn't know where he's at or why he's there, and that's kind of the whole premise, and it hooks you immediately. But when they released the trailer for Project Hail Mary, as one of those like insufferable book nerds who's like, "Oh my god, I love the book! I was pissed off that they revealed like one of the biggest moments of the book that made it so amazing. So I wish they would stop doing this. They also just did it for the Mario movie. They showed a poster with Star Fox, and I'm like,
right, I saw that.
Why would you fucking post Star Fox? It would have been cool to just see him show up in the movie. Stop spoiling the shit. Like, I also doing this.
Know how many people seeing the movie, aside from like Nintendo fans, like kids, are gonna have a reaction to like, oh my god, it's Star Fox. They don't even know what Star Fox is.
That's the millennial parents.
When's the last time Fox McCloud was in a game that wasn't Smash Brothers?
Right.
When was the last original Star Fox game? It wasn't 64. Was it GameCube? I think it was GameCube.
It's wild though. That's a long time. Most kids do not know who the fuck Star Fox is.
No,
what the fuck Star Fox is.
And when they do the inevitable Skippy Doo barrel roll, nobody except for the millennials and older will know what that means.
I'll be honest. I think people are talking about how they're going for like a Nintendo universe, which I expected them to do, and that's cool, but way too soon. There was only one Mario movie. Like build the world a little bit. They're depending too much on Nintendo fans coming in with the world already, established to them. But I feel like you gotta treat the movie world different and start from the very beginning.
I agree.
They're doing a speed run here.
Was a 2016 tower defense game called Star Fox Guard that was only available in the Wii U eShop. That barely.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know it existed.
Well, there was, to be fair, there was another one as well besides that on the Wii U. Somebody in the chat just named it. Was it Star Fox Assault? And I think it came with a comic or an amiibo or something like that. But I heard it was really bad.
Zero? Is that
Zero? Is that it? That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 2016 rail shooter. So that was for Wii U. So that's I guess the last official release, 2016. So 10 years ago. I mean, there is a lot of built-in. Like I would be one of the people, but again, I'm the target demo. I think of a millennial who in the theater would have been like, "Oh my god, Star Fox!" Right? Like
I'm guaranteeing you.
I don't think that would have been children.
Exactly, 100%.
I'm guaranteeing you the main age group that goes to see the Mario movie is between like 8 and 12. I guarantee it. I guarantee that major demographic. Not saying a lot of adults don't go, but I'm saying they are dwarfed by the 8 to 12-year-olds.
1,000%. Yeah. Although I will probably take my mom to see it because she likes it. Yeah, I wish they would stop doing this though with movies where they give you too much. You get the whole premise or like the whole fucking plot in a trailer, and then there's like, what's weird now is that they do a trailer within the trailer, so that way you stick around for the highlight that they show in the first 4 seconds because they think that our attention span is too short to sit through 2 minutes. So they're like, hey, look at all this in the first 4 seconds, and then you get to the real trailer. It's just really insulting. I don't know, it rubs me the wrong way. It's a little pet peeve of mine, but that's it's not the worst problem to have given everything else that's going on. Okay, what else happened this week? Oh, that's right. I did have the other video if you all wanted to watch it of the spring breakers.
I haven't seen this. I'm curious.
So I typically don't like these kinds of videos because they cherry pick and they try to make people look stupid. In particular, they try to make like leftists look stupid, young people look stupid in general. With that being said, even if they edited this in a very uncharitable way, there's not really a way to defend their ignorance here. Let me pull it in. And just full disclosure, this is a Jesse Waters segment. And he was the one who would, for Bill O'Reilly, he'd go on like college campuses and talk about how, oh, well, do you know the name of this politician or how many branches of government we like, this shit like that, right? And he'd try to do like these gotcha questions. But this is not necessarily the same thing. It's actually very, very depressing. So I'll go ahead and just let you all
What
see for
college you
yourself.
guys go to?
UTC. FAU.
Sacred Heart University.
Ohio State.
Spring break 2026. What is the game plan?
Drinking, blackout with my rack out.
If my mom is watching, I'm sorry, Mom, but I've been getting pretty drunk almost every day.
Hook up with some girls, get with as many girls as we can, and not come back with an STD.
Wake out with one person each night, that's it.
So how many guys have you made out with this week?
I've been here for about 10 days. So 10.
What were their names?
I don't remember.
Name one.
Name me one. Name me one.
What is the craziest
The little clips that they cut in are so cringeworthy. There's mostly Trump clips. Just the forewarning.
thing you've seen at spring break?
Not that crazy. I've seen people do like cocaine off of boobs. I saw a girl like black out on the street. That was pretty exciting. Sunday mimosa drag races.
You see that guy take his pants off in the middle of the club?
There's a lot of famous people down here.
Have you seen Johnny Belisario?
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
What is the wildest thing you've done down here?
Got with somebody the first night that I came down here.
Pole dancing.
2 days ago.
Stripping naked, getting in the water. You gotta say. What'd you do? You went something crazy. On the strip? Honestly. All right, on the strip?
No, when you had this.
Okay, that wasn't public, but yeah, okay, that's...
It feels like a segment
issue
that's been done 100 times. Like I've seen this already, like from the 90s. Like every single year, there's the exact same thing. Like, did you know children are going wild? You
That's
know,
exactly.
They're untamed.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Like,
what these usually are, right? Where it's like, look at what they're doing. They're having premarital sex and doing drugs, and that's usually the tone and tenor of these segments.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, it's you're going to spring break and talking to the people who go to spring break, like who go there. Like,
yeah, it's like interviewing people at Burning Man and being shocked that you heard about drugs a lot. Like,
right.
Wow.
Yeah, like I think it's great that they're living their best life. I'm glad that they're having fun. There's nothing offensive like that. They had to throw in the boomer bait for like the older people who are like, kids these days, I can't believe they would do this. They would get drunk to just make out with anyone. It's when he gets into the political stuff that is very depressing. And the reason why I think that like this one is,
I mean, I'm interested to see what you're talking about specifically, but I could guess. And I mean, again, we're talking about a specific type of person who goes to these things. You're not gonna get the most politically astute individuals here. You're gonna get people who probably go, yeah, Trump, man, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not even like, it's lower than that. It's like,
okay, don't spoil it. I want to see it.
They don't know anything. It's kind of crazy.
Actually, that's exactly what I. Go ahead, yeah.
Again, assuming they didn't like edit this to make them look more terrible, which I'm sure that they did that, but still, you'll find out.
Facing America is the most important to you.
What bikini I'm gonna wear next? Obesity is terrible.
Ice. Not personally. I'm legal.
He knows.
Getting a tan on the beach. That's the most important thing in my life right now. I'm thinking about Starbucks, to be honest. I'm thinking about Starbucks. What I'm gonna get for today?
The elevators don't work. You got 43 floors. The elevators don't work.
I could take this little glass of water, drop it in the magnets. That's the end of the elevator.
What have you heard that Donald Trump has been doing recently?
Gulf of America. That's the last thing I kept up with. We're going to war with Iraq. That's been crazy.
Iraq.
What you do in Colombia? You got Maduro out. I don't with Trump, but That done.
He's like trying to sue those people for making jokes about him.
600 times! You must be happy.
I'm very happy.
The Ayatollah's dead.
I'm so. What? Who? What? What is that?
Who the is Ayatollah?
I've never heard that word in my life.
Lewis, what's Ayatollah?
I haven't heard. I found out about Chuck Norris yesterday. That was more devastating to me.
He was the supreme leader of Iran. He's dead?
Oh, yeah.
We killed him.
Yeah.
You did? You killed
I
him?
refuse to get upset at this because it's boomer bait. Like that's the whole
It
point.
is, yeah.
It's first like, look at how everyone is a prostitute and decadent and doing drugs. Isn't this wild? And then the next segment is, and now look how stupid they all are and laugh at them. Right? I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I can't believe that these people are going wild and they don't know
you're right.
things.
That's fair. The thing to me, my thought and the reason, like, I agree. I don't think that it's wrong that young people are ignorant. I actually think it's awesome that like you could live life without knowing what the fuck's going on in the world. With that being said, I did like, to me, I was annoyed, I guess, by the privilege of Americans being able to just like live their best lives without a concern in the world while our government is like blowing up schools. That's like the one thing that I was triggered by, I guess, which I think that you can argue that I'm being way too uncharitable because these are young people and they don't have to be knowledgeable about every single issue, but like basic shit. Like if you know that we're at war with Iran, okay, you at least follow a little bit, but if you didn't even know that and you don't know the war crimes we're committing and, you know, you're just living your best life while other people are suffering because of our government, but I think that it's probably a very like insular leftist view that makes people hate.
Yeah, I think you're expecting too much from.
I'm apprehensive
these
to share
specific individuals. I think they're. I mean,
people having
there
fun.
There are a lot of people in the world who just who don't pay attention to what's going on. They don't.
Yeah.
It's not just what it is, and that's the type of person that goes to these things. Like to me, what they're doing looks like the most unfun thing in the world. I would never spend a week hanging out on the beach in where are they, Florida or whatever.
I would want to spend a week on the beach, but I could not be drunk that much. I mean, I'm old now, so that sounds terrible to me, being drunk.
I'm not a beach person, so
you don't like the beach? Damn, man, that's a hot take. I thought I was coming in with a hot take.
No, I don't like the beach at all. I hate going. It's
you guys
the worst.
Target demo for this video so you can get mad at all these young kids on the beach having fun.
Look at them having fun.
No, listen, I think that's fine. I think that's what people this age who are into that sort of thing do. I don't have anything like I mean, what would bother me is if one of these people did try to get into politics and ran for office or something. Like they know their lane. They don't care. It's not like they're getting involved in politics or even political media. They don't care. They don't want to know. And so they stay out of it. I think that's, I wish people would be, more active in what's going on in the world. But also, do you want these people more active in what's going on in the world?
That's a fair point. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's basically. Oh, no, there's actually quite a bit more. I'm not sure if you wanted to finish it.
Unless there's something new. I don't know. If this is the shtick, then I pretty much got it, I think.
That's basically the shtick, yeah. Yeah. But I do feel like a grumpy old man.
No, like I get where you're coming from. Like when I think if someone is promoting a video, like the ones you see that are done to show how good things are in like Israel, right? While Israel is actively bombing Palestinians, you'll see like, hey, look how amazing the nightlife is, and I'm at a restaurant, and can you believe we're at war? That kind of stuff. Yeah, that is grotesque considering that just next door there are like crimes against humanity taking place. In this case, though, I don't think Fox is intentionally trying to be like, hey, here's how great life is in America. Well, you suffer in Iran. I think the point is like, look how stupid and promiscuous the youth is. That's the point.
You know what this whole segment feels like? It feels like something Jay Leno would do on the Tonight Show like 20 years ago.
Absolutely,
that's what it feels like.
Absolutely.
Like they are. This is like a Jay Leno jaywalking thing that he used to do. And that was what? How many years ago? When did he from like even before like he came back after stealing the job back from Conan? Like this segment is this type of segment is that old.
Yeah.
There's also the segments that would really piss me off from, I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel or another host, where they would interview people on the streets and they'd ask like, hey, what do you prefer, the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare? And they're like, oh, definitely the Affordable Care Act. And it's like, oh my God, I live in a country of idiots. And I guess to me, what was a little bit surprising is that I guess I expected younger people to be a little bit more politically engaged. I don't know.
They are, just not these people.
Yeah, that's true. It's not a great sample size.
That's what it's made to make you think, right?
Yeah.
It's just that, like, look at the youth of today. They're not engaged in politics. They just want to fuck each other. This is outrageous. And they do drugs. And look how wild things are. Yeah. I mean, take any trip to a college campus and you'll see a very, very different, group of people that same age demographic who are like, they're all in. They're willing to take and get criminal records at that age, to protest on their campuses. Like,
yeah. No, that's a great point. Yeah. Yeah, I think that the ignorance there on display is more emblematic, not just like of young people, which is what Fox News wants you to think, of just like Americans in general. And they don't really pay attention to anything until it affects them personally. Like, my God, the amount of people who suddenly care about the economy because of the gas prices is fucking crazy. Like, the amount of Trump supporters.
I will say the gas price thing is insane right now, though. I can't remember the last time gas jumped that much.
It's almost $5 in certain areas in Portland, and it's almost $6 for diesel.
I want to say like the last time prices jumped this much for gas was probably right after for New York City, obviously, right after Hurricane Sandy hit. So we're talking like this is now 14 years ago. And on top of that, like, at least that made sense because a huge hurricane literally hit the place that was dealing with trying to get the gas in. Like, people are not gonna connect that the same way. Like, oh, a huge hurricane, there's a delay in the gas being delivered. Get that. Nothing's happening here, yet gas is going up that much too. What the fuck?
So you're saying gas is $5 a gallon, and that's really high?
Yeah, it's like $4.90, $4.80 where I saw it. It's $5.90.
That's like the average gas price in Vancouver. Like,
well, you guys are dealing with Canadian dollars.
We are paying Canadian dollars,
that's true.
But we do it by the liter. So I did a converter here, and it says that's 1.82. So that's high, but it's not outrageous, I guess. Maybe we're just used to paying more.
Yeah.
Gas, I would say a normal price for gas here in New York City would be like
Europe.
would be under $3.
Hi,
Francesca.
What's going on? I'm so sorry. It's been a crazy afternoon. I spaced.
No,
and then I
don't worry about it.
You stumbled upon a very riveting conversation about gas prices. So,
dude,
international gas prices.
They're up there, man. They are.
It's crazy.
Should I stream this to my?
You can.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, you absolutely can if you want to.
You looked at the time, Mike.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Feel free to do it. We'll just copyright strike you later. No, just
please. Yeah, no, the gas is over. Like, it's like $5.60 or something at the dumpiest places, and you're like, fuck. We're fucked.
Ridiculous. Yeah,
so fucked.
I am just like, and then this afternoon, kid comes home in the house for 2 seconds, and I hear like F-15s flying over the house. The loudest plane you've ever heard, just rumbling the entire house.
What was going on?
And there's fucking troop movement, and we're not close to a base or whatever, but I mean, they're coming up from San Diego and wherever the hell that base is called, you guys, whatever, the one that Carlsbad, and on their way to fight for our freedoms. So
is that what's happening? Actually, you're hearing troop deployment.
I'm like, no, but literally, like, actually, you know, I've lived in this space for 5 years. Like, I've never heard that kind of fighter jet. It was a fighter jet, 2 fighter jets that flew over.
Wow.
I was like, it's a plane crashing. Is this it? Is this, you know, some FAA situation? But no. And I can't believe we're here. Here we are. And it's just so funny that, like, did you think we would have heard, if we knew whatever the fuck we were doing, that we would have heard a little bit about the Strait of Hormuz before this? And now it's just like, oh, well, you see, they control like a really important waterway that like most of the world relies on for their gas, and most of China's good. So anyway, but like, the fuck is wrong with the media?
It's crazy though. I'm still blown away by the clip of Donald Trump where he's like, we never thought that they would close the Strait of Hormuz. And when they start bombing these other bases, we never thought that they would. Bro, they only told you we're going to do that. And then you invaded them. It's still so wild to me that like Donald Trump is our president and we're at war with Iran. Like, it doesn't feel realistic. It feels like we all died during COVID and we're all in hell right now. That's the feeling that I get.
I've been telling my audience, people know this. I have said the only thing that makes sense right now is that we're all dead. It actually makes me feel better. Like, if knowing that we're all dead, it's like, oh, that's why. That's cool. Then we can sort of act appropriately.
It's like watching a parody of like the American president. It's like Veep, but so much stupider and done by a 12-year-old. But instead of the vice president, it's the president. And it's just crazy because like every single day, I don't even know how to respond to what's going on. So like, it seems like every hour we're either ending the war or we're escalating. And then the thing that really got me was Donald Trump saying that he got the way he said it was so, he said we got a very big present from Iran and it was very expensive and it was very nice of them. Like the way he said it was insane. I don't know what to even do with this situation anymore because like when it came to George W. Bush, the old school neocons, everything that they were doing was like very predictable, very easy to read. With Donald Trump, I genuinely don't think he even knows where he's at half the time. So, you know, when he's talking about, oh, this just happened with regard to the war, here's what's going to happen. It's like, bro, do you know that that's even the case? Because apparently they're only showing him 2-minute highlight reels. So he doesn't know what's actually happening.
Got to keep his attention. Send him war TikToks and shit like that. Good to hear.
Right. I mean, does he still have the lady who like prints out good news next to him? Yeah, it is. It does feel like, you know, I was reading, I'll find the name of the author, but a really good piece by this professor, kind of like, you know, saying what we've all been saying, I think, those of us principled leftists, about how Trump and MAGA and all the people that surround him have never actually been anti-war. Mm-hmm. They've been isolationist, and that's actually very different. And or that isolationism stems from like, well, we want to kill them deader, or I wanted to be the one to keep the oil. And how if you actually paid attention, the lane for I'm against war, I'm against, you know, I thought Iraq was stupid. That was literally just a lane. It was a selling point like he is good at. But this author says, look, him saying that we didn't know they would close the strait, there's two possibilities. Either someone absolutely did tell him and he ignored it, or the worst possibility, which I think really is a high likelihood, nobody told him. There aren't any more experts in the room. They have iced all of those folks out. And so, they didn't think it through. And I feel ultimately what this author makes the point as, like, these guys actually are neocons. They are in part neoconservatives. The only difference in this sense, neoconservatives support any authoritarians around the globe so long as that authoritarian supports them. So it's personal interest. So in a way, your Hillary Clintons, your Bidens, your George W. Bush and Cheney's even weren't really real neocons, only in the fact that they also had this like humanitarian bullshit veneer that they kept on selling. And so, but like the real neocons are these. And I just feel like what is it? The T-1000 when it melts down and it goes through every phase of every person it's ever impersonated, that's what we're seeing. Is like the American empire is dying and Trump is dying, and like every fucking neocon, like every attempt, like we're losing, we're winning, we got it, we don't, we're expanding, we're not, like he's just like trying everything out.
Give you the thumbs up as he sinks into the
exactly. Exactly.
It all makes sense. I think one of the wildest things about it is the fact that Pete Hegseth doesn't have an off switch, right? Like everyone keeps talking about how things are accelerating. There's no more like generals who are capable of telling Trump how to slow down. Pete Hegseth thinks he's like literally in the Crusades. Like the guy is actively, a religious fanatic. And it sounds like they're doing that from the top on down now. Like they're actually telling generals, like, make sure you tell the people who are about to go die on the shores of Karg that we're in the holy wars. Tell them that. That'll reassure them. Like, I don't know if anything more horrifying knowing that I'm about to die on Karg Island than hearing that I'm fighting a holy war.
No, absolutely. Especially like now. Like we haven't even been fucking attacked. They haven't even done false flag shit yet, right? It's like what are the correlate? Like they will very much reverse engineer. Should there be, heaven forbid, some sort of attack, they will reverse engineer it to say that this is why, right? And, thank God no one was hurt in that synagogue attack in Michigan. But something like that, to that effect, right? You could see, and this, it was called an anti-Semitic attack. I pushed back on that. Clearly this was an act of desperate revenge from a man whose family died in Lebanon, was murdered in Lebanon. So that kind of stuff is going to happen. And yeah, going to Karg Island to control the world's, like, what? None of this is going to be good for us. Like, none of it actually works out. If we had built up our national industry, if we were like ready to go and be like, once we get all the oil, oh my God, America is going to be humming. We can't do fucking shit, man. We don't make anything. So, he's like, what are we going to do with all that? What are we really going to do with all that?
Yeah. It just,
what is the end game for everything? I still haven't heard that. I haven't heard what the actual plan is here. Like, at first was assassinate Khomeini. You did that. He got replaced with Khomeini. And now it's like, what's phase 2 of the plan? It's
the plan ultimately from this war, from what I understand, is to get the Strait of Hormuz open. That's the goal of the war.
Pre-war levels.
Yeah, pre-war levels. And by the way, the sanctions are no longer. So
that's true.
It seems like Iran's crushing it. And honestly, guys, good for them, right? Like, who among us is not just like, good for Iran? You know what? Because like they really are fighting an existential war, man. Like, motherfuckers are breathing in toxic air. I had a fucking iced matcha latte today, all right? Like right. There's a big difference on who's feeling the impact and who needs to fight to the death.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll admit when I saw the new Lego propaganda video that they put out, it was AI dog shit, but I'm still like, you go, Iran. That was Iran. That was impressive.
It was AI dog shit, but yeah, it was the one that I was like, I was here for it, dude. They're going back to Native Americans. And then they got to like Soleimani. I'm like, I'm not really shedding a tear, but good for you. I just put the link in. It's a Dissent magazine article. And it's funny. When I read this article, I was like, I immediately want to send this to Cenk Uygur. But I was like, I didn't, because I was like, oh, he doesn't read. I forgot. I was like, oh, I would love to share this with him, but he doesn't read. He doesn't pay attention. Daniel Luban, political science at Columbia University. Yeah.
Okay. The fact that the war in Iran
his basic thing is like, if you actually were paying attention, none of this should be a surprise. There is no, how could he go back on his word after promising to be anti-war? How could he do this or that? It's like, no, they've all been pro-war. I mean, and it's crazy, right? Because between Marco fucking invade every Latin American country, Rubio, Stephen Miller, torture is good, little asswipe, and fucking like holy war Pete Hegseth, these are people who like uniquely took the wrong lessons from the Iraq War. Like you couldn't find people who were more poorly positioned to carry forward some sort of actual isolationist or whatever non-interventionist approach. Absolutely not. These are fucking like numbskulls for decades, right? So it is kind of crazy that, homie, what's the guy, Joe Kent? I call him like, he's like Dove Maxing because he's like so chattified, but he's like anti-war.
He reminds me of my grandma. He has my grandma's hairstyle. Rest in peace.
I was like, your grandma's hot.
I mean, look, she may be somebody's cup of tea.
But yeah, like it is a little refreshing because, and I'm sure Jenk's probably like, Joe Kent is my guy, you know, but like at least there's one guy. Yes, he like is friends with Nick Fuentes and whatnot, but at least there's one guy who's like, I am gonna quit because I did think this was going to be, you know, an anti-war government.
Yeah, there's no resignation from Tulsi, who made her entire identity the I am the anti-war person. Yep. Like, it's so funny to see all the shirts that she was selling back in 2019 when she was running for president. No war with Iran. And also, oh my God, her tweet that Michael Tracy said he needed a cigarette after seeing it. What was it? It was like, hey, real Donald Trump, being America first isn't being Saudi Arabia's bitch or something. Just, it's so crazy how these people, they believe in nothing.
Nothing.
Of course, yeah.
It's just, they don't even try to fake it anymore. It's wild to me.
Yep.
Everything that the files were supposed to prove are basically happening in real time to places like YouTube for all those Doge boys. Like, they gave all their depositions. YouTube intervened. A judge basically said that it was going to cause reputational damage. So that's on the behalf of the Trump administration. And they took the videos down. That's the Twitter files. Like, that's what every Twitter files was supposed to say was happening. And it's really bad. And we should care about it. And now that this is actually happening, Matt Taibbi, and yeah, you're mentioning Cenk, he as well. Like, all of them seem radio silent on this whole MAGA's populist. If we go to war, MAGA won't agree because they are America first and they're not going to follow Trump. And you cannot
so
be
funny. It is kind of funny to sort of. I think there's like a fine line because, like, again, dummies don't really get it, but it is interesting to see. Okay, you think MAGA listens to their base, but they only listen to their base insofar as it allows them to consolidate more and more power in the judiciary and the executive. It only allows them to, you know, clamp down, militarize the streets, take aim at immigrants. Like, they listen to their base because they're, you know, it's like, it's a feedback loop.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it is a cult, and ultimately, they've lent themselves to fascism, and it's a fucking authority. It's top down, man. Ain't nobody like, oh, we really got to listen back. These are the same motherfuckers that like ran from their, you know, constituents in 2017 when they were trying to obliterate Obamacare, and they didn't want to hear about it. Now they just went about it different ways. They're like, oh, we're going to do it through the budget. We don't even, like, why listen to anybody anymore? So I think it's also just really, it's wild to, I think, again, when your brain is broken, like Cenk's brain is broken, I think you imagine that the right is somehow listening to the base and they're doing everything that they want because it feels, Democrats feel so intractable. But again, that's not the case. They are just simply being groomed for, you know, to be like fucking cannon fodder.
It's so crazy to me that Cenk has not, I mean, it's not crazy, right? Because it's Cenk, but it's crazy that he was so wrong. Like, he was proven so wrong. Like, if you go back, Francesca, and you watch that interview that you did with him in like 2024, every single thing that he said has not come to fruition, and everything that you said unraveled that entire year within months. And he's just like going on about his daily business, saying, oh, I was right about everything. It is fucking
the trains will run on time.
It's wild to me.
It's what TYT ended up. It's who they are now, right? I mean, I specifically remember when Jimmy Dore was a TYT figure. Him and Sam Cedar had a debate going into the 2016 election, and Jimmy Dore's exact words were, if Trump puts 3 Supreme Court justices in the court, the moon will fall into Lake Michigan. That's how likely it is to happen. He said that to Sam. And look, like the exact number that Trump ended up putting in too. Like it's just
3. And he
like,
never revisited that.
So they get it so wrong, but then there's also no introspection. They pretend they've always gotten it right. Like it's just what it is.
And
well, you have to.
Cenk is doing the Jimmy Dore thing now. Like, remember when?
Yeah,
Jimmy
the Dave
Dore...
Rubin thing. Anna's doing the Rubin thing. Cenk's doing the Dore thing.
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, you can't beat him, join him type. And I think there's monetary interest in there. But yes, it is. I always tell my audiences, and I it's the reason I like you guys as well. Just like if don't just listen to me. I'm not. I mean, I don't say like I'm a jack off comedian. I try to stay informed, and I have informed people on my show. But like, if I ever tell you that only I know the answer, or that I've called it, or that I predict, like, then immediately stop listening to me. And I think that there's just some kind of media literacy, especially for the internet, that we don't have. That is like, look, there's a telltale sign when someone is fucking bloviating and lying to you. And that is when they never admit that they're wrong, when they won't engage in real ideas with other people, despite how he says, I've talked to so many people on the left. Bullshit, man. You've been running from people on the left.
They'll give everybody on the right credit before they even give a single left-winger credit. Like, I talked about how Anna Kasparian... Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene, exactly. Yeah, Anna Kasparian was just like, she had this whole it was like a short compilation of all the right wingers who were opposed to Iran war, which was like Megyn Kelly and some other right winger, and she's like, Tucker Carlson. It's just so nice to see people on the right say this. It's like, bro, everybody on the left has been saying this.
Exactly.
Why do you bend over backwards to give right wingers credit, but when it comes to left wingers, you are the most uncharitable motherfuckers on the planet. Like, there's zero charitability whatsoever. Anna wants nothing to do with left wingers, and it's funny because like the only time she talks to people on the left, she gets like her asshole ripped apart. Like the whole I've had it. That was funny as fuck, by the way. When
what happened?
So Jennifer, you got to watch the episode of I've Had It podcast with Jennifer Welch and Francesca, because basically
they're so mad about this. By the way, Cenk and Anna are so mad because
really?
Well, here's the reason that they love the right. It's clout, baby. It's just fucking clout. They want the clout. They want the clicks. They want the follows. And the right's got it.
The right hates them. The right hates them, though.
The right hate them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, and there he is. He's, drinking alcohol with Benny fucking Johnson, a man who did propaganda for Alligator Alcatraz. This dude is absolute scum of the earth. And he's there going, look, I'm not a Muslim who doesn't drink. And he's like drinking.
I'm one of the good ones.
I'm one of the good ones. I'm not a religious Muslim. What if you're a religious Muslim? What's wrong with that? Meanwhile, he's out here saying that I hate Muslims. This is like his new line, right?
He said that about you?
Yeah, that I'm not like that I'm not an ally to Muslims. That's the real thing. So this is the fun new line he's invented.
That conclusion is fucking crazy.
Well, there's a kernel to it, but the Jennifer Welch thing is really interesting because Matt, they both went on different times, went on the I've Had It podcast, and the I've Had It podcast audience destroyed them for doing it. They were like, oh my God, listen to these people, especially Anna on transgender issues and all this. And so then they had me on, and I was like, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to, why? Why would I talk about it? But then I realized you got to go on and you prepare something you've had it with. I've had it with blank. And I was like, you know what? This actually is perfect. I've had it with centrists who pretend that they're progressives. And Anna and Cenk, just like Gavin Newsom, Hakeem Jeffries, Bill Maher, really are the exact same model of like, I go on shows saying, see, I'm the left and I'm the progressive and we're meeting in the middle and blah, 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 when you're actually not. You're just a centrist, and it's okay to be a centrist, but you got to admit you're a centrist. You know what I mean? And they fucking hate that title. And so anyway, they've gotten very upset. They were like, and at one point was like, don't, Jake, don't talk about it. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And it was funny because Jennifer was really sympathetic to like obviously her own audience.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, we spend all this time making fun of how the right hates their own audience, but Jesus Christ, you guys, have you seen a fucking channel and a outlet that hates their audience more than TYT does? My God, for the last like 5 years. They've been bleeding money. They don't care. Their mods quit. They don't care. I mean, they think they're on some fucking like you know, on some crusade that, you know, again, it's what right wingers do. The more people hate me, the more correct I am. It's fucking insane. So anyway, speaking of disdain, they really do, not to mention their own workers and all that. But when Cenk and I debated, I said something like, look, you think I sound crazy? Because I was like, there's going to be concentration camps. He goes, you sound, and he like had to bite his tongue. And I was like, you think they sound crazy? They're starting with Chinese people. And look, I'm half Chinese. I was using it as like a like, hey buddy, like they're real people here. Just think about that, you know, and I'll just give that to you. But let's be honest. People aren't deporting me necessarily over my ethnicity. It would probably be more for my political beliefs, but you know what I mean? I try to bring that to him as like a, look, buddy, like it's Chinese people. It's people I know. Come on now. And then he immediately did the oppression Olympics and was like, no, it's Muslims. It's going to be Muslims. And he starts pointing at himself and he's like, And so from that little discussion, that kernel is now what he has popped over his little fucking Jiffy Pop psycho oven over there, and now he thinks that I hate Muslims because, again, this is the thing with them, man. They have no room for identity politics if you're black. Oh, if you're black and you don't want to be killed by cops, fuck you. But if you're a Muslim, a secular Muslim YouTube host, we should really put them first.
So I understand now the argument that he was making about you being anti-Muslim, because it's the same thing that he applies to LGBTQ people about trans people, where you actually are anti-trans if you are a maximalist on the trans issue, because you're basically inadvertently helping the right by doing their bidding. I have to point out, though, it's hilarious to me that he basically implied that your warning about concentration camps was conspiratorial, because now if you look at his Twitter feed, my God, I don't like follow it as closely as I used to. If the Vanguard posts a video about it, I'll watch it, and that's how I get my TYT news. Shout out to them. But I came across this tweet from Cenk that was so fucking funny. I had to respond, and I try not to instigate. He said something about so if you don't know, one of Charlie Kirk's mentors died. And Cenk tweeted about how this was,
who knew?
It was a freak pickleball accident.
Wait, what?
And you haven't heard this? Okay. I'm glad you heard this. So, okay. Charlie Kirk. Okay, so let me just go back a little bit further, okay? So during 2020, 2021, the other co-founder of Turning Point USA died. It was COVID, but he died. 2025.
He was an older guy, too. We should say it wasn't some like young guy like Charlie Kirk. I mean, not saying young people couldn't, but
you have to understand there's a pattern here, Matt. So, okay, then fast forward to 2025.
God's
the other
up loose ends.
co-founder died. And then now fast forward to 2026, and all of a sudden, do you think somebody just dies during a pickleball accident, a freak pickleball accident? Now, if you look at the actual article, the man who died during said freak pickleball accident, who was Charlie Kirk's mentor, he was 76 years old, and he fell on his head. Now, if you know anything about old people, falling is a risk for them. Okay, so if you're doing a physical activity,
you ain't getting up.
I would like to say the more prevalent thing is, I don't know much about pickleball, but how do you fall on your head playing pickleball?
But I mean, you're old ass.
This is like dying in poker. It's really funny.
When you're old and you lose balance, like you can really get hurt so easily. It happened to my husband's grandmother a couple of years ago, just gardening, like anything. Like you don't have the coordination.
I know. My stepdad stopped biking, and I was like, why? He's like, well, because if I fall, he just decided that like he was of the age where he's not gonna like survive a fall, so no more biking. And I was like, oh, that sucks. But like,
there's a reason why when you go to the gym, there's like those necklaces with a button on. So that way, if you fall, you press that button and they send an ambulance, because like falling is a huge risk of death for old people. But he tweeted about this, like this is you're a conspiratorial or conspiracy theorist if you think there's something suspicious about a freak pickleball accident. It's like, my brother in Christ, you have lost the fucking plot. And for
he thinks there's something conspiratorial about the guy.
Let me just pull up the fucking tweet, because it's too good. It's too good. I'll pull it up. I had to respond to it.
There's a mass pickleball conspiracy.
As if like the government or Israel worked together to take out both of the Turning Point founders and Charlie Kirk's mentor. Who's next? Maybe it was some sort of a Final Destination situation, but it's definitely suspicious.
We'll
According
get
to
him
Jane.
when he's playing pickleball.
Dude, Erica is like just she's so busy. You know what I mean?
It's true.
She's cutting break cords. What else she's doing?
She's gonna pass Hillary in body
She's
count
out there
soon.
greasing up pickleball cords. Erica trying to tie up them loose ends, bitch.
He's a 76-year-old man who followed his
Charlie.
If you're gonna say that's not
Kirk's
weird,
mentor just died in a freak pickleball accident. That's an incredibly strange coincidence, is it though? If you're going to say
You think
that's
anyone's
not
ever?
weird.
You think anyone ever thought they would write that first sentence in their life? Charlie Kirk's mentor just died in a freak pickleball accident.
I
like
love
Mad
it.
Libs.
No, I never thought I'd see that. In my
No,
life.
that's not the worst Mad Libs but that's pretty bad. Here's my thing: is like, say what you mean, Jank. What? So what? What?
Well-
like, no. He also does a thing where it's like nobody's out here going, it is very normal to die in a pickleball accident. Pickleball accidents are common, and I've known many people that die. Like, no one's ever said that. So he always comes out with these tweets that are like, if you don't think, if you're going to say that's not weird, you sound nuts. I was like, bitch, nobody looked at that story and was like, super normal.
Well,
you notice the minute you ask
Francesca-
simple questions, you get labeled a conspiracy theorist by tradition.
Yeah.
Bitch, nobody's talking about you except for my dumbass, except for me.
Are we not allowed to ask? I love this. It's always people with platforms who talk about how censored they are into like microphones and huge social media accounts. Like, I'm being silenced right now on my show. And it's like, yeah.
But hold on, he doesn't even make any sense. I would get it if they were for propagandists for the powerful, but it makes no sense if you're trying to do journalism in terms of asking questions. But listen, journalists just don't fucking ask questions. They ask good questions. Like,
they
I
also
would not consider like a journalist. If a journalist came up to me and was like, I wonder why the sky is blue, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's a journalist doing good journalism. No, you're a fucking idiot. Why are you asking that dumb question you could easily get answered?
This is like how Jimmy Dore during the COVID vaccine era would be like, well, the science means you have to question the science. I'm questioning the science. Like, no. They're talking about peer review. You're not an academic.
Right.
You are not qualified.
You're not one of the peers.
That's not what that. Yeah, you're not the peer. The academics are not your motherfucking colleagues. That's not what they mean by question the science, sweetie. But go on. It's just
Charlie Kirk's mentor died in a freak pickleball accident. As weird as that sentence sounds, that's exactly what happened. No one's saying it's normal to die during a pickleball accident. That's why people call those sorts of accidents freak accidents. It's crazy that this guy died playing pickleball, but also there's nothing nefarious behind it. He died while playing pickleball because sometimes old people have these sorts of accidents, and these accidents do more to their body than it does to someone, say, under the age of 60.
37,000 likes, Matt. How do you compete with that? Like, come on.
He had
it
was a freak accident, and the fact that this happened, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, 6 months after Charlie Kirk got killed. I don't think that's such a coincidence. I'm sorry, I just don't. I just don't.
So this is recent. Yeah, March. Okay. I was like,
this is the other thing. I was like, the more interesting facet is that this guy Jeff Webb is the father of modern cheerleading. Do we think this dude's like on the up and up? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we sure this
Charlie Kirk though? It's the same like those Charlie Kirk. Remember when Candace Owens dropped those videos of her and Charlie Kirk singing songs together in the car, and he was like bobbing his head like it's like that's it makes sense. This guy would be hanging out with the father of modern cheerleading.
Yeah, but it's just like the father of modern cheerleading. I don't know. Like I don't know the whole thing. I guess it was like it's cool. He made it. He made it more athletic, even though cheerleaders don't get paid shit. But I'm anyway, the point is like it just made me raise eyebrows and be like, nah, feels like there's a Netflix documentary coming out about this guy like very soon. And you know, like you know, young women, older MAGA dudes. I wanted before we leave, Jank, I did want to bring up one thing that actually is really upsetting to me, because here I'll actually let me find this clip, because it's in his critiques of me. That he, yeah, it's like a new Hank Thompson one.
Is this an additional attack that he did again? I know he did one like last week. There's a new one, right?
He's subtweeting Francesca for a while now. He'll get a super chat about like, you know, why don't you like make up with your old colleagues? It doesn't make sense that you only want to align with conservatives or right wingers. And then he'll be like, you know, brother, appreciate the support, but like, you know, we actually care about these types of things, and they don't. Like, I actually care about dead Palestinians, they don't, which is like, it's such a grotesque way to use like people dying in a genocide as a shield from criticism of your own behavior. Like that to me is just like, you've gone beyond now, right? To do that.
No, and he couches it with, he'll say, and I can't find it, he might have deleted it, but he'll say, all I'm here to do is to free the United States from Israel. I'm freeing the United States from the Israelis, is what he says, right? This is what Anna says too. We got to free the United States from Israel. That framing is incredibly fucked up. That framing is not only inaccurate, I think it's dangerous. I think it does border on anti-Semitic, and it's certainly just on its face a misunderstanding of American foreign policy. We don't need to be freed from Israel. Our political class, our military, our, you know, weapons contractors are very much in lockstep. Our tech are very much in lockstep with the Israeli government and the Israeli military. We are in a symbiotic, beneficial relationship between the two of them. They don't have a chokehold on us, man. We're open to being choked. It's like, it's all good.
You have a chokehold on the world. You're America.
Yeah.
We have the biggest military in the world. We're the one calling the fucking shots. We're the one who are supporting Israel as a satellite state. Okay, so the idea that somehow they're calling the shots, they're the ones pulling the strings, they're the ones who are leading us by the nose. Yeah, no, that's not happening. I know Trump looks like a cuck. I know Biden looked like a cuck, but that is not the relationship. And so every time we have to really like call it out when people say free us of Israel. What would we be without, like, are gonna just free us from Israel? You know, it's like a mom that thinks that like a kid is a bad influence when it's like actually their kid that's the fucking bully and like doing the drugs and getting whatever. Like, you know, we just have to get rid of, you know, Jimmy because he's really tainting little Taylor over here. Like, so no. So, and again, that's the right wing's framing, you know. The left wing framing is, we need to obviously end, you know, U.S. support for the Israeli military, but moreover, we need to make good on international law. We need to respect, you know, the UN's decisions. We need to obviously like end the occupation. They're like, I mean, these guys also still talk about like two-state solutions. They have no curiosity about the actual conditions in Palestine, right? It's all about Israel, but talk about Palestine. What's really happening, right? So I don't know. I've never seen them platform Palestinians. I've never seen them really talk about the West Bank. I've never seen them do anything other than scream into the void about Israel, as if, again, it alone were the reason we're in this mess. No, we're alone. We're in this mess because of Americans.
Yeah, and also all the people they keep aligning themselves with, like Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all these people are supposed to be so-called allies. The Nick Fuenteses of the world are not fundraising for Palestinian resistance. They're not talking about Palestinian resistance. Tucker Carlson doesn't care about Palestinian resistance. They've raised a sum total of $0 for any single type of organization or charity, because that's not what it is about, right? It's basically at any given day, they want to be able to spread anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, talk about how the U.S. is controlled by other nations, rather than actually like take an inward look at U.S. imperialism and how bad that is. But here we are.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's the one Palestinian that Tucker had on was the, you know, Christian Catholic priest, which is great. I mean, it's good he had him on, but it was like, oh, he had to be a Christian for you to even give him any airtime. So, you know, I mean, this is the kind of shit that, like, you want to talk about fucking who doesn't care about Muslim lives? Bro, you're breaking bread with people who for decades have done nothing but dehumanize Muslims, who've done nothing but call Ilhan Omar, you know, like a traitor to the US, who worships a guy who does exactly that. Like, fuck you, man. Like, how fucking dare you? You think you're gonna open your asshole to these fucks and they're gonna love you finally? You're gonna be the good Muslim who's really gonna get them to think differently about Muslims? Shut up. Like, it's so sick to me. Like, do one thing good, Jank. Do one thing.
Well, it's like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, they're not beyond the pale. But Sam Cedar is completely beyond the pale. He's a low rent grifter. Can't talk to him. Francesca, persona non grata.
Not good faith.
Yeah, not good faith. We can only talk to Tucker Carlson, who just a couple of years ago, Cenk was lambasting because he was saying that he's racist because he's a more sophisticated. Brittany Page did a great video about this. How Cenk in 2021 was like, yeah, just, you know, Tucker Carlson is a sophisticated racist, so he's much more dangerous than Donald Trump because he knows what words to use to really, you know, galvanize the base, whereas Trump is just kind of like this bumbling buffoon. And now he wants to get in with Tucker Carlson because he feels like the only way, I guess, to have an audience for himself is to, like, pursue this, like, vague ideology of populism. There's not really a core to it. It's just like, hey, whoever agrees with me on war. Like, it's exactly what Jimmy Dore did. I could be misremembering this, but didn't Cenk Uygur criticize Jimmy Dore for going on Tucker Carlson's show? And now he's doing, like, the same fucking thing. Like, their arcs are so similar.
It'd be a funny clip to dig up.
If that clip exists, internet, find it, because this was the same era when they were criticizing Tucker Carlson still and Jimmy Dore. So if there is a clip of that, it would make my head explode. It would be so fucking hilarious. But I mean, their arcs are so similar. Anna's arc is very similar to Dave Rubin. He was a classical liberal. She's unaligned. You know, when it comes to Tucker Carlson and, you know, Jimmy Dore, it was doing the same thing that Cenk is doing now. It's crazy. Like, the people that they made fun of, they are now doing the same fucking thing. And I feel like if I were in their positions, I would never be, because my brain is not broken yet. But if I were in their positions, at a minimum, I would think, man, this just, like, looks embarrassing. But they have no self-awareness, apparently. Like, I would just be so embarrassed that everything I said... I mean, going back to the famous birthing person tweet, right? 9 months prior, Anna Kasparian was saying that people who fixate on, you know, inclusive language for trans people, Josh Hawley in particular, when he was talking to Professor Kyra Bridges, you know, because she said people with the capacity for pregnancy, she's like, what do you care about trans people? Leave it alone. This is just a distraction. And now, like, 9 months later, don't you dare call me a birthing person. It's just so crazy. Like, do you not remember what you just fucking said?
No, and that's why it's so ubiquitous that you really hope that there's money there. We know it's clout. Right. It's always been clout. If you guys have ever watched TYT cover, like, the RNC, they'll go to the RNC and they will basically uncritically platform, like, Rudy Giuliani or Mike Lindell, and they just kind of they have ossified into gargoyle-like caricatures of the internet, to where they don't really stand for anything. They're just sort of like clouding into the other gargoyles, and then they do their gargoyle, and then do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not principle, it's clicks, it's eyeballs, it's whatever. Like, it was very sort of bizarrely friendly. Like, I could only think, because John Idarola also covered, you know, the RNC, and, like, if he had been there with fucking Rudy Giuliani, he would have hammered him to shit over the election lies. And the fact that they didn't, or they were very, very cordial with him, was fucking wild. And again, this was sort of when they were all descending down the primrose path. I do think there's some Teal money that you know, made the heel turn happen. I think it's probably the Polymarket stuff plus other things. But the funny thing about Anna is, this bitch was literally writing a book. She has a book proposal. And the premise of the book is how, and it feels less relevant now because it seems obvious, but how culture wars divide us and how it distracts us from the real enemy, which is the 1%, the wealthy, the billionaires. Literally.
Wow.
That was her fucking thesis. And then I think COVID happened. And I think she just went down the rabbit hole.
I don't want to see a cock in the fucking changing room, okay? Like,
cock?
girl, nobody wants to see your saggy pussy. Are you looking at people's genitalia when you're in the fucking changing room? Like, I'm avoiding dicks and any, like, body parts when I'm in the changing room. I don't go in there naked. Like, nobody's looking at you. You know what it is, too? Aside from, like, the clout shit, I think there's also a huge component of grievance politics. It's the same thing like Jimmy Dore. Do you remember why he didn't support Bernie Sanders in 2020? And he supported Tulsi? It's because Bernie would not go on his show. So it's one of those like, oh, me. Who was mean to me? It was a leftist, so I'm going to be opposed to leftists. And, you know, with the way that the right really showers you with love when you start to kind of like creep their way, I think that was really, that persuaded them because they're both very narcissistic. In particular, I think Anna, her one experience with a Trump supporter for the first time, Jeff, shout out to Jeff if he's watching.
I love that you remember his name.
I remember Jeff. Yes. And that apparently just changed her it blew her fucking mind where she met this one MAGA person and was like, he was just so nice. And that was like, oh, okay, so maybe my worldview was skewed and it's really the left that's, I don't know. It's just, I feel like they really are influenced by who is mean to them on Twitter.
Yes.
And that is a huge part of their ideology.
When I had my come to Jesus with Anna, I was like, girl, what are you doing? Don't pull a Dave Chappelle. Like, I had to butter her up. I was like, you're the GOAT, you know, don't get dragged down by this bullshit. Like, online folks are really, you know, they're aggro and they're extremists and they, you know, they try to police you and no. We've all been there. Don't let it, that's not real. Like, that's not real. A lot of people are keyboard warriors. We know our type. We know that happens. And, you know, take it in stride, of course. Again, when your audience mass quits on you, you should probably pay attention. But when one person, you know, gets mad at you for one thing that you might have not have done right, you let it slide, you know? And so there's a relationship there. I did want to, you know, someone mentioned that New Yank says that I'm not considering AIPAC's influence on US elections. Yeah, but these are Americans. I'm sorry, they're Americans. Like I know, yes, it's like, you know, lobbying on behalf of a foreign government, but there is a massive pro-Zionist, whether they be Jewish or not, majority Zionists in this country are Christian.
Exactly.
Who are pro-Israel. So the idea that we need to free ourselves from Israel's bullshit. I just think that, like,
there's the CIGA in Canada. They do the same thing that IPAC does in the United States, but it is primarily run by Canadians, just like AIPAC is primarily run by Americans. I think the universal truth is that it doesn't matter what country you look at. It's the fact that these movements are being influenced by very rich and powerful people, and it's oftentimes billionaires. Like, you know, billionaires in any country are more dangerous to you than the citizens of those nations, right? Billionaires in China are way worse than Chinese citizens. Billionaires in Iran, well, I mean, like, you know, the billionaires that do exist in Iran, it's still going to be more dangerous to you than Iranians. Same thing with Canadians, same thing with Americans. Like, this is an international problem that does it like, and the Zionist movement, specifically the Zionist project, is directly tied right now to the American Imperial Project. Prior to that, it was tied to the British Imperial Project. Like, again, these are extensions of Western imperialism.
Yes,
they're not the clone of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I also think, like, we need to reinforce that wherever we can and talk about imperialism, because the more we specialize it to Israel, and Israel likes that, the more they say, you know, for example, anti-Semitism, right? You know, a lot of Zionists will tell you that anti-Semitism is a very special bigotry. It's very different. It's totally different than every other bigotry. But then, you know, Black Americans, Native American, you know, Native people around the world, like, people are like, nah, it's pretty similar. And, you know, to a lot of other, you know, there's been other genocides, there's been other repression. Israel is very much, it's not a, you know, saving state for a home for Jews. It is a colonial project, not unlike the United States or, you know, many other colonial projects around the world. So I think that is also really important, is the more we sort of the more we buy into Israel's specialness or unique evil. I think also the more we could be lured down an actually anti-Semitic pathway. No, it's a fucking militarized colonial state. Again, not unlike the United States, not unlike other countries throughout history or in, currently. Like, ain't nothing really that special, only we're all seeing the colonialism happen in present day. And so we need to not make it seem like it's a Jewish thing. It is not. It is a militaristic thing. It's a land thing.
Yeah, because these people on the right, like the Tucker Carlsons and the Marjorie Greens, they are like, you cannot let these people hijack the Palestinian liberation movement because they want to make it about Jewish people.
Yes.
They want to make the argument that Zionism is all Jewish people, when the left has been trying to disaggregate those two because there's a propaganda effort to make it seem as if they are, one and the same and synonymous, when that's so harmful. Because if you try to blame Jewish people for the actions of the Israeli government, that will increase anti-Semitism. So like these disgusting people on the right, they're trying to hop on this bandwagon and they're trying to really steer it all in one direction. And it's just annoying that like Cenk and Anna are assisting them because, a few years ago, they would have been on our side saying, no, this is a broader thing. It's not Jewish people who are doing this. We're talking about a government. We're talking about a system of capitalism where every single element of our governance is commodified. It's with regard to the situation in Iran, Saudi Arabia and other Gulf countries are trying to lobby the United States to stay in the war for their own interests. So like you have to look about it in the broader context. Otherwise, it will get hijacked. And that's a real danger that I think that they don't really care about. And it's also just like, aside from the issue of Israel-Palestine alone, when you get in bed with people like Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene, she is still she's not in Congress anymore, but she's still promoting this idea that you should ban gender-affirming healthcare for trans youth.
Yes.
Tucker Carlson, he said immigrants are dirty.
That's something they seem so against.
I don't think they would be against that per se these days.
Matt's right. But she's so reactionary in every other thing. And this is why, like, you really have to put Candace Owen, Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Greene's stance around Israel in the context of their fucking hateful brain.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not an outlier. It's not like, the Grinch and they're sort of, they're growing the love for all humanity. This is squarely in their worldview of hate. And Marjorie Greene, I was like all about it until she fucking bitched out of Congress. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, so you're not going to actually try to do anything about it from a position of power. You're just going to launch another, soft focus podcast. Fuck you. That to me is the big thing. Because for me, it's like, if you can get it done, like, that's the proof. If you're going to be Rand Paul and Bernie Sanders, limiting, war powers on Trump in his first administration, beautiful. That's what we want to see. Real, like, coming together is like real policy. But that's long been dead.
Yeah.
When have they actually done that?
Also, like, David Duke probably knows what year it is. That doesn't mean that has any value to anyone, right? Like, he probably like, that's a correct piece of information he might know and he can regurgitate it. But it holds no value because it's David fucking Duke. I feel the same way about like Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. I was like, nothing he says has value of any. It's a Nazi. Yeah. If a Nazi says things, it's a Nazi saying things. It doesn't matter what they are.
You don't have to hand it to him ever.
No.
You can acknowledge that, okay, you know what? Maybe on this one issue, they're correct for the wrong reasons. But, if you are really going to foster some sort of anti-war movement, you are going to be much more successful if you search for it on the left. But they can't really do that because, TYT has burned all the bridges. So it's like, well, I guess some right-wingers with no standards will talk to us because...
But this is why the I've Had It podcast was so great, because they knew that Jen and Pumps were green on them. They knew they didn't know the history, and they have a massive platform. They have over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and, who knows how many listeners. So they were like, this is safe. Coast is clear. We got this. And then them having me on, which was thanks to, honestly, the commenters, them having me on and just kind of like bursting that bubble made them so pissed, which is so beautiful, because to be honest with you, like, that was not, I don't want to live my life talking about them all the time. I really fucking hate that shit. I would like to rise above that. But if I'm gonna get asked about it, I'm gonna call it out, you know. And it was a fun moment to actually be like, no, it is. They are kind of a lesson. They're a lesson both in what happens when your brain is broken from doing too much news for decades and decades, and perhaps you need the money. They're a lesson in how the internet and punditry in general promotes big egos that never apologize and never just kind of like, you know, I remember in TYT, and Anna does this and Cenk does this a lot. It's like everything's anecdotal. So whatever you feel in the moment, you just let it out, right? It's like you just fucking, I think trans people are weird. It's gross. I'm gonna say it. It's gross, you know, like, and that you should never like deny that little id inside of you. Which, by the way, that's a reactionary right-wing voice that people have, right? You know, everyone has bigotry. Everyone holds those things. But we also have reason. We also have empathy. We also have information. And we combine those things to temper maybe knee-jerk reactions or things that we might feel in certain moments. It's not that we're suppressing our carnal, you know, nature to hate trans people, right? Which is what I think the Anna Cenk pundit model is, which is fundamentally, and I feel like Hassan makes this point very well about using anecdotes, about constantly just sort of, referring to your own worldview, is fundamentally a reactionary worldview.
Yeah. Well said.
By the way, the Bay photo says the fighter jets were likely flowers for Dodgers opening day. Well, I think it's the war.
I just believe that. No, that comment's fake news. All right, it was the war. Yeah.
So there was a couple of comments for you in the super chats, Fran, that I wanted to read. Tropical Ding Dong asks, would you consider debate boxing Anna, 1 round Oxford style debate, 1 round fisticuffs, a modern take on old school chess boxing?
Yo, wait a minute. No, but wait, what's an Oxford style debate?
I think that'll be a regular.
Yeah, it's a classic style where one person says an intro, the other person gets to say an intro, then the other person says something, then the other person says. It's not. No one yells over each other. It's your turn.
Yeah,
it's your
not a blood sport like online debates.
I'm definitely down to that round. What are fisticuffs? Like actual fists?
Just straight up.
I assume
they're boxing.
I'd be kind of scared, but yeah, I feel like her nails are longer. And then a modern take on old school chess boxing. Is that the same thing? Is that
I don't know.
I think that's drawing. That's the end of the sentence, saying these two things would be a modern.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't really want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hit somebody. I do think getting one little sucker punch in on Cenk would be really satisfying, but like, just like a little like liver hit. But no, I don't want to hit anybody. I will say though, someone, you know, when you don't remember because your brain is broken from your toddler, totally. Matt knows. Wait, yeah. Do you guys have kids? I forgot. Mike, Lance.
No, I'm the only one.
I do have 3 children, 2 dogs and a cat. Matt, come on.
We are very rare in this neck of the woods, Francesca. There are very few. Yeah,
you can't do
our
the
host
content.
David Dole has children as well.
Yeah, David has children.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the point is I just found out Anna. You know how Anna debated Pearl? That
was real funny.
Somebody told me how
Pearl
much
just
she
stood there
made
pretty
from
much,
that.
right?
How much did she make from that?
Now I need to know.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Let me just...
The fact that anybody has made money from
Oh yeah,
debates.
I know who it was. Now I know who it was. I think. Yeah. She made a lot of money. Anna made a lot of money from that debate.
We talking
how much?
5-6 figures? What are we talking?
No, not 6 figures.
Okay, I was going to say that would be outrageous. I'm debating immediately.
No, then I would want to like punch her. No, like a couple, what was it? Something like 20K.
What?
Wow. Yeah. Tim Pool wouldn't play for my plane ticket.
Whoa.
That's which is crazy.
20K?
Yeah, or like 25, something like that.
Wow.
I got to do some fucking debates.
I know.
Like, what?
That was like the one thing where she did well.
She did do well in that, yeah.
But also, didn't Pearl just like freeze up and was like,
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, she didn't do nothing.
That was a
She had a panic
self-KO.
attack.
Yeah, an inanimate carpet rod could have won that debate. Like, it wasn't necessarily. But yes, she did do well.
yeah, no, it is. It's a lot of money. It is silly and ridiculous. By the way, Anna, we all know the story. Like, Anna told me that her family's going through a health crisis, and they were, and I was gonna have her come on my show to kind of as like a closing salvo, like, hey, we're kind of drifting. I see what you're posting. Maybe we have one final like discussion on my show, and then c'est la vie. Nice. She had a family emergency, and then I was like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, we'll rain check after the election. This was right before the election, and then I saw her the next week on oh my God, who's the?
It was Glenn Beck, right?
Glenn Beck. I was like, Colonel Sanders. Yeah. She's on fucking Glenn Beck. Then I was like, all right, well. And then Cenk came on, and I think after Cenk came on my show, Anna was like, peace, I'm not going to do that. But yes, I'm absolutely willing to talk to Anna. Very curious.
I am too. I'm still willing to talk to both of them, 100%. And
I
don't like talking to people, but I'll talk to them.
You've done some really, good work. It's
thank you.
It's not pleasant. And shout out to Hank Thompson for. It's painful actually to look at all these TYT clips because there's people you used to kind of respect, used to kind of like. I mean, I work with them, man. Like I was on and then they're also they also have a lot of my friends held hostage, so I also feel strongly about that.
That's part of it that kind of keeps me tethered to it, at least just like emotionally, where it's like that. There's so much talent there. There's JR and John and just all the people behind the scenes who actually believe in, progressivism and want to make the world a better place. That it's just really sad that they're, it's your job. You don't really have a choice, if it pays the bills. So I feel invested in like them changing, even though that's a lost cause, where it's like, man, it would be nice to go back. Listen, this is a true story, embarrassing to admit. I actually wrote a college paper about TYT. It was on new media in general in a media analysis class. And I was like, yo, this is TYT, new media. They're leading the charge, yada, yada. I don't remember like all what I said, but I was.
I don't think that's so crazy. You're the same guy who was the biggest Jimmy Dore fan.
The biggest Jimmy Dore fan.
You have a bad track record with this stuff,
Matt. Why would I be the biggest Jimmy Dore fan?
The biggest Jimmy Dore fan was there on Jan 6, man. Remember that guy? He was like, yeah, we're doing Stop the Steal. Who do you listen to? Jimmy Dore. That was great. That's okay. You're like Pete Buttigieg writing a college essay on Bernie.
I went the opposite direction though.
Totally. Yeah. Well, this is
she gave you a bigger diss than I did. You're like Pete Buttigieg, Mike.
Well, it's like the inverse, right? We're both
the inverse. No.
Men.
Yeah.
We're both extremely intelligent. One of us is a sociopath. The other is very empathetic. So it's like it's the mirror image, right? He wishes he could be me. He wishes he could grow a beard like this.
We love. We love Transportation Secretary Mayo Pete, man. Remember, there was like a glimmer of hope in that moment. Before we move on, Lance, I'm coming to Vancouver. I'm coming to you.
I heard. So you should plug Vancouver shows and stuff like that.
So Matt is doing Bad Hasbara live in Vancouver, and it's all sold out, skis. But you can come to see us on Easter Sunday, 7 p.m. at Chill X Studio on Manitoba Street or some shit like this. Anyway, here's the link. I'm sorry it's in USD. We couldn't change it, but it was supposed to. Whenever it's fine. It's a very long link, but you can also, just Google it or bit. I think this will work. Yay!
I will be there if you are going in Vancouver. I want to go see the show. It sounds
awesome. Hell yeah! Don't buy tickets yet, and then I can like add you to the list. But I also want to it's expensive to get up there, guys. And here's another link. We got my kid a passport because I didn't know you had to have a passport. Apparently, you don't need one if you drive into Canada, which is dumb.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really? I didn't know it either.
I would still bring one because the borders are just FUBAR in general. And that's just one more reason for them to hassle you or to then be like, can you please pull over and question you? It'll be easier.
Oh my God. My kid's passport photo, she's 3, is so adorable. She's just like a little baby. She's just making the cutest little face.
Aww.
And she's deeply afraid of moose.
Oh no.
So
well,
I hope
the good news
that,
is you will not see actual moose while you're here.
okay. They won't greet you.
They don't run the city free, no.
They don't run the city.
This fear of moose.
Yeah.
That's so specific.
She's just afraid of moose, and like I was like, moose are so cute. And then Matt was like, no, dude, moose are huge and actually terrifying. And I'm like, oh fuck, they're big.
He's not wrong,
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go to where the moose are. But we've been telling her this whole time, don't worry, there's no moose in your bedroom because they live in Canada. And now we're like, we're going to Canada. She's like, no! No, we're really excited. I know it's gonna like piss rain and stuff, but Vancouver is definitely like on the escape plan of I'm not gonna be one of these people that's going to Europe. We're gonna move to Vancouver. Maybe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Vancouver would be my go-to as well. Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Well, where are you?
All of you.
I'm in Portland, in Oregon.
What?
Yeah, you're close.
Yeah.
You're close.
Yeah. Easy path right there.
But I thought you but you're from Canada, right?
No. You thought
you're thinking of David Dole.
Oh, I was thinking of David. I was thinking of David.
Oh, I'm so honored that you thought I was Canadian.
I'm being
That's
a
the
dick.
biggest
No, David
compliment anyone has ever given me, Francesca.
No, okay, never mind, my bad. But now I know that you're in Portland, so when we do shows in Portland, which like I don't know why we're not doing the whole West Coast and all together, but we're gonna be in Seattle in September, which is a far cry. But we got to go back to Portland for show.
There's other big leftists that live in Portland as well. I won't say on air. I don't know if they want to know, but there's really cool lefties that live out here.
Say their names. But first of all, if I do my podcast,
I'll tell you offline.
Will you come do my show live?
Oh my! In front of people?
Yeah, unless the names you're about to say are bigger and like gonna like be
the names that I'm about to say are way fucking
big time
bigger.
You do in real time. I love that.
Yeah, the names that I'm about to say are way bigger. To be fair,
Bill McKibben.
I'll tell you in the private chat really quick. I don't know. They might have said this, but I don't want to know.
I didn't know anyone. No, San Diego.
I was like, I knew it was.
Oh, unless they moved.
I'm pretty sure it's SD. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, because I talked to them not that long ago.
And whatever. I thought it was SD, but maybe that was just the moment. Maybe I just was misreading it.
They travel a lot too, so.
Oh.
Because they were like honestly 15.
We're doing like a real time like blind items for the audience right now.
Nobody, yeah,
not my audience. It popped up on screen.
I just don't know if they want to. They want people to know where they live. Where I'm fine, people knowing that I'm in Portland, but some people don't. Just it's the internet, so.
Yeah. No, I've gotten recognized in my neighborhood, but I also don't want anyone to know what neighborhood I live in. But someone was like, "I am Frantifa," and I was like, "That's weird," but. Yeah, no, it was very sweet.
I always get very, not weirded out, but just like taken aback whenever I get recognized. It's very rare that it happens, but it's just like, are you somebody who enjoys it, or you recognize me and you're like, you're that fucking liberal or socialist, communist?
Some woman called me a celebrity in a Nordstrom rack, and I was like, honey, I'm shopping in a Nordstrom rack. I'm not a celebrity.
You want to know what's funny? It's like, and I've told this story before. It's so embarrassing. I walked into a pot shop. And this dude was like, "Oh my God, I know you." I'm like, "You do?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Do you listen to podcasts?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Do you watch the Humanist Report?" And he's like, "No, I don't know what that is." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "You used to work at Blockbuster." I'm like, "Yep, I did indeed used to work at Blockbuster." I was so excited. I was like, and this was like a long time ago. So I was like, "Oh my God, bro, I'm breaking through.
I've made it."
No.
Well,
you remember me from Blockbuster. I did not.
I'm sharing
though.
Wait, can I share my screen?
Yeah, you can share it.
Yeah. Okay. Here it is. I made this. Here, Matt and I. This is what's upsetting with me and Matt. People used to recognize me and not him. And now that Bad Hasbara is so popular, people we'll do a co-headlining set, and there'll be like a group of young kids, and we were in Seattle, and there was like a group of young kids, and they walk right past me and they go, "We're here. That's the guy we're here to see. He just walked right past you." And I was like, why I oughta.
You know what? I had long after I had known about him from Bad Hasbara, I didn't know that he was on Good Mythical Morning. I had no fucking idea.
I know, because he keeps the world separate. And get this, I'm sure he could talk about this at some point, but like Ethan Klein and all his fucking lackeys, and now that I've invoked his name even more so.
Good job, Francesca. Good job. Yeah. We're gonna get an Instagram story now.
We're gonna get a straight Instagram story, right? Ethan Klein and his lackeys went after Matt at Good Mythical Morning and went after his job. And yes, for like for a very long time, they were like, "You need to fire this guy." Like crazy comments.
Like they were linking to all these like clips, and then they like link to clips of like Hassan and be like, "Do you know that he had this person on? Did you know that he had like bad empanada on? Like these people are terrorists. You're supporting this." Like they were trying to.
This is ringing a bell. Actually, I might have followed this.
Yeah, I mean, and like to be, I know that people have gotten it so much worse than Matt has. But it's really upsetting that someone with such a massive fucking platform would literally go out of their way to try and deprive people, like far smaller creators, of work and like get them fucking canceled. Get like imagine canceling down. Like that level of depravity is so insane to me.
Yeah, it is.
It like I mean, there's a guy I want to punch. That's going to definitely make it in. In his little Instagram story.
A classic leftist mafia clip.
No, straight up. Like Blakely was on my show. No, who was on my show? And like mentioned Ethan. Oh, no. A fucking comic, Pallavi Gunalan. She's on my show and she like mentioned Ethan Klein in passing. This like little fucking weak ass hoe just like found that one clip and then was like Matt Lieb's wife. And that wasn't me. And this kind of shit.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like there are so many people that will seek out what people are saying, like all the criticism, and they have to see everything that everybody says. If you do this, you're gonna crash out. You can't do that. That's why
I don't get the self-searchers. That's the thing I've never understood. People who like self-search for themselves, and I'm like, why? When I see a random clip of me pop up and it's like a hate clip, I'm like, I don't want to sit through this, let alone like look at my name every day and find out who's talking about me. Like that's so weird.
My mom sent me an attack video of me. She was like, "Did you hear that Jackson Hinkle made a video about you?" I'm like, "Mom, I don't care." She's like, "Well, this is really
why
serious.
is your mom watching Jackson Hinkle?"
I don't know how she came across it, but she's like, "Do you know that this guy Jackson Hinkle made a video about you? I think he was attacking you. Are you gonna do anything?" I'm like, "I don't give a shit, Mom. Like, what the fuck?
Are you gonna fight him with fisticuffs or an Oxford debate?"
Yeah, which of the two are you gonna do, Mike?
Neither.
That is like. That's like the curse of the monkey's paw where like your parents, they don't even understand what I do. But like you've got the opposite. Your mom knows way too well what you do and is like sending you like, fucking
I think that's
takedown videos of yourself. That's so upsetting.
It's crazy. But although like her knowing about that was really crazy to me. Because she doesn't really follow everything that I do. She's kind of like one of those normies where during elections, she'll get activated sometimes if there's a candidate. Like she liked Bernie Sanders, I think because my influence, obviously. But otherwise, she doesn't really know. So the fact that she found out about that was kind of crazy. I'm like, damn, this is like the internet world, like crashing into reality for me. And when I turn off the computer, that shit goes away. I need to know about that.
See, because you're not in that rabbit hole like your mom is. You just create the hole. You just
exactly.
You just give it the swirl. Space Born Killer says, Fran, do you think Cenk might be a Republican plant meant to spoil the Democratic Party? He wishes he had that power. And now the progressives are popular trying to kill it. No. I think he's just dumb and needs money. I think he's got terrible political instincts and needs money. But his impact is so overblown. I think the real problem is there needs to be a live show a la Majority Report every day in the afternoon. That is my belief. Like, I think, obviously, you guys are putting out stuff and Kyle and David and, everyone's putting out clips, but I do think like just having that sort of like the afternoon slot.
That's what I'm on. Yeah. So everybody watch the surfs is what she's saying. I think that if
I think you just need to watch the surfs.
Yeah, I think that. Okay, cool.
So
Somebody
that's exactly
great segment.
Somebody. Oh no, it's not a question. Just a comment here. Hey Franny, hella psyched to see you on the PV fundraiser Saturday night. Shout out to my pal Jerome Whalen, Massachusetts First District. Who will knock
Is this
your
the
socks
Iran
off.
thing? What am I doing again?
This is the PV fundraiser on Saturday night. You're doing something.
I'm
so
doing
mark your
it.
calendar.
Fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. Clarify. I think there's like, is it an Iran demo? Rachel, tell me.
No. Also, somebody says, appreciate your clarity, humor, abrupt sometimes language, and sincerity, and the breakup stories with Jenk and Anna are good fun.
Thank you.
Just wanted to share those.
I'm not, proud of always swearing. It's a crutch. It is a crutch.
I think those are all the ones that came in for you.
There's no VIP list, Crotchy. So, okay, can I ask an honest question about the Canadian dollar?
Yeah. It's real.
No, it's real. I know it's real. But are you guys like, damn, like you just sort of, are things just a little bit higher price and you normalize that? Or does 40 CA still feel like, does that feel like 50? Do you know what I'm saying? I know it.
I get what you're saying. So no, because there's certain things that are more expensive in Canada, like gas, surprisingly.
Yeah.
It used to be because we have really high carbon taxes, but we got rid of those and stuff. But you don't feel that relative. It's just like any other country, right? Like if you lived in England, the purchasing power of the pound will be relative to everything. But groceries are way cheaper here right now.
Really?
Like across
Are they?
Every day when I hear Americans going off about eggs, I'm like, I paid $2.99 a carton Canadian.
Damn.
Wow.
It's not $1 American, like
No,
$1 American.
I was like entertaining around the holidays. I like to entertain, even though I don't like. This is more of my like. This is my aspirational self as someone who like entertains and doesn't even blink. But after buying like I'm like, I'm just gonna do like finger food, meats, cheeses, whatever, olives, like make some drinks and all this. Woo! I was out so much money. Just like, well, never again. Never gonna do that again. It was like the things, and I'm just going to fucking Trader Joe's, So it's it's rough. Well, that's good to know that some things are a little bit easier, but also yes, that your brain sort of recalibrates. So you're like, okay. Because it's basically 40 Canadian what I'm asking. And I'm like, that's around like 33. That's 33 American, which is sort of what we charge here too. So I didn't want to be like.
Your dollar is going to go far. Like, I don't know what the parity is right now, but like if you guys are traveling to Vancouver, like get ready to, pay for things that are the same price as probably the, another major. It's pricey. Vancouver is expensive. Like, cities, right. But
no, but like freedom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy to be there.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that like your dollar will go far. You guys will be able to like party, party hardy.
Oh, we're gonna party. I've got a 3-year-old. We're gonna bring her. There's no partying. I wish it was fucking partying. Are there hoes in Vancouver? I'm sorry. Where the hoes at in Vancouver? What else? You guys tired? How long you guys go for?
Our show's over. We've been done for half an hour. I think everyone was just having so much fun.
Yeah.
You and having you on.
I'm sorry that I was so late.
No.
Oh no. You don't ever have to apologize.
You were last.
It's happy that you came.
Even though you thought Mike was Canadian.
I'm really the fact that you thought I was Canadian makes me feel so good about myself.
Yeah, it's 8, and like my kid is really clingy, and so I have to basically hide because she wants mommy to like put her to bed, and she's in a big mommy phase.
No, I don't know what I would do if I was on the West Coast because my kids go to bed at 8:30, and I don't do any streaming until 8:30 hits. So it would be impossible.
Binder, are you doing shows every night?
No. I even over a couple months ago, I even cut back on the one show I did every week. So right now, I just do a Leftist Mafia and Majority Report on Thursdays, and eventually I'll be bringing back my stuff. But I just needed to take a break.
Dude, I feel you. I feel you very, very much so. I think that's how I felt after the election. I was like, I'm gonna do long form, and I'm still sort of doing long form, but there's so much news. It's like I don't have that luxury.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, what a pleasure, guys. I can't wait, Lance, to meet you in person.
Absolutely. And why don't you plug all your socials?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. At Franny Fio, wherever you get your, on YouTube, Franny Fio, FRANIFIO, Blue Sky and all that shit. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. We're making we did our live show, and so it's available to watch if you become a patron, and or I'm selling it. I don't know. And then eventually it'll be out for everybody. But it was so fun, man. Ida Van Lathan and Emma Vigeland came out.
Hell yeah.
Emma's great, man.
We love
Emma is great. Yeah.
We love Emma. She's
Emma,
great.
yeah. She went hard in the paint. I was like, it's a comedy show. I was like trying to keep it all light, and she was like, Israel, and it was, But this is Emma. I mean, I think her contribution to specifically anti-Zionist discourse is like invaluable. I don't know. I feel like we'd be so much worse off without her being on there and doing what she does every day. So I'm very grateful.
Oh yeah, she's a treasure. Yeah.
She's a fucking treasure. But specifically on this issue is like,
just
so
her
locked
interview with
in.
the doctor from Gaza who got back, where she was crying, and I was listening at the gym, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna cry. Like it was just like
you go to the gym.
I do.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Don't ever have a real child.
I'll be honest.
I'm planning not to. I'm planning not to.
I'm not a gym goer. But this winter, I'm 39 years old, and this winter hit me hard because like during the spring and the summer and the fall, I play in soccer leagues and stuff. So I'm active. But then I did nothing this winter because it was so cold and snowy over here in New York. And usually, previous years, no big deal. I just get right back into it when the weather gets nicer. But this year, I feel like absolute garbage. Like I can't take the winter off. I might have to join a gym during the winter only. So I don't.
No, but that's rough, man. Then you understand like why people are like, oh, I'm moving to a building with a gym or whatever. So you don't have to actually fucking have to leave. As soulless as that building might be, you're like, hey, no, I don't miss those winters at all.
Yeah, it was a bad winter too, just nonstop snow and cold weather. It sucked.
Meanwhile, over here, it's really terrifying. I don't have central AC, which doesn't matter. Whatever. It's fucking March, and it was like a 90 degrees last week. I'm sure there was a heat wave up in Portland too, but it is on some like, I don't know. I'm having a little heart palpitations. Like the other day, I was just reading. You're reading about like how warm the Pacific is right now. All of the, this massive ice shelf that is melting. And you're like, here I am worried about clicks. Here I am worried about how my last video did. And you're just like, oh God, I don't want to be able, I don't want that to be my legacy. I don't want to like think about that.
It's been a really like uncharacteristically warm winter here. And it's affecting the animals like really badly. So like we have a pug, Poopy. He comes on camera sometimes, but like he has been really itchy, just like crawling out of his skin. And I'm like, God, like he has allergies and stuff. So we took him to the vet, and the vet's like, oh no, it's not just him. You're not doing anything. It's not due to anything you're cleaning with. Like every dog we're coming in is having so many problems because of the winter being so warm. Like the season is messing them up terribly.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
so sad.
Yeah. So it's, yeah.
So you were going to talk about like wild animals. We're like, my pug Poopy's itchy. Talk about some real animals, the fucking pollinators and shit. No, Poopy gotta need a rash. I'm fucking with you.
I mean, listen, he's a bougie boy. He's got to have his weekly bath,
and he deserves to be comfortable.
He deserves to be.
God damn it, he deserves to be comfortable.
I'm not gonna let him be itchy.
And the vet was like, "That'll be $800." Our vets is expensive.
It was so expensive. Oh my God, it was. So
Are vets expensive in Canada, or should I bring my cat along so she get her teeth removed?
Get free healthcare.
They're very expensive. I just went to a vet dermatologist for the first time.
Oh.
$1,200 for Chico. Yeah, that's how much it cost. And like, there was a list of things. It's like, here's steroids he has to take every day. Here's antibiotics. Here's the creams you have to rub on him. Here's the ear creams. Here's the eye stuff. And so like every day I've been massaging him like a Wagyu beef, just making sure that he's perfect in every single way. Yeah, it's wild.
Doggy too.
Yeah, it's the picture that pops up when I go wear this.
Yeah, prairie fire. Like, no, legit. Ecological systems are collapsing all over the planet, and animal species are facing hardships. No. I'm like,
that's crazy.
Like, I'm having, and a little bit of like, what the fuck are we doing? Like a little bit of like, when are we forming, some real? Because we can't do shit unless we get these fuckers out unless we like rise up. So,
yeah, it's scary to think about like what it's going to be like for the Gen Alpha right now, like when they're our age or when they're elder, like how, because it's changed so much just like within my life as a millennial, and like I don't know, it's kind of scary to think about.
Yeah, it's unpleasant. Like, I don't want to be this warm. I don't want it to be like this. I want seasons. And yeah, I think we just like, I had, speaking of, apropos of nothing and no other conversation we were having, I had Abby Martin on my show. No other couple living in no place that was mentioned earlier. I had Abby Martin on my show, and she has a whole documentary about war and climate change, and it's fucking excellent. You guys, if you can see Earth's Greatest Enemy, it's so good. And also like I feel my heart, like, and I'm not even an outdoorsy person. I'm not like I'm not. There's rattlesnakes out right now, by the way. Like 3 people have died in Southern California from rattlesnake bites because they're going haywire. But the point is like, you look at this war and you're like, fuck this shit, dude. Fuck this noise. We have to end this specifically for the planet, if nothing else. And yeah, man. I'm like, after anyway, I'll stop. But all to say, like, I think at some point we probably should take the streets in a more coordinated way.
Yeah.
A law-abiding, coordinated way that's respectful and obeys all measures.
Well, and doesn't fly foreign flags, according to Anna Kasparian. Don't fly a foreign flag.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you guys don't pay attention to some of the coverage that she does here about LA? Because when LA was having their anti-ICE protests in June of last year, we had foreign flags, i.e. Mexican people had Mexican flags, and South America,
she had an issue with that? I know the
she
story.
Straight up had an issue with it.
Oh, she's gone mentally.
That's not our flag.
Fed into the whole thing that every other right-wing outlet and mainstream news, honestly, was like, the protesters are violent. They heard a Waymo. And I don't know if you guys know about Waymos, but there's no one in that car.
Yeah, no.
They have feelings too.
There's nobody there. Nobody was hurt. Nobody. Oh my God. And yes, foreign flags, i.e. where people are fucking from. So yeah, she played into all that.
That is, wow. Oh, she's so gone.
Yeah, she's gone. She's super gone.
My God.
But anyway, what was the point of that? Foreign flags. I don't remember.
I'm gonna fly one just to spite her.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you got one in your background right now. That's a
You
Palestinian.
do.
Oh, that's true.
See.
Take that, Anna.
Yeah, foreign flags.
It's so cute. I love that little hidden gem of a. Also, your studio is so dope.
Thank
He
you.
made it himself.
I did everything myself.
Why'd you get rid of the TVs in the background? Was there any reason?
They were extremely hard to set up. Like, one of them was a smart TV, and it kept switching to like live TV, which was usually Gordon Ramsay. And, like,
are there episodes of the Humanist Report where the whole time you were talking, Gordo was behind you?
No, I cut those out, but I just thought that the TVs were taking up too much room.
No,
and I wanted more space, and I just kind of wanted something a little bit more like casual and laid back, where I could just turn on the switch and then talk, right? If
I think TVs also, like, as much as we try, they don't show up great on camera.
That was the problem too. Yeah.
And so I love this. I think it looks so much better, and I love the videos that you do straight on to that wall too, the like brick one. But now I'm seeing the corner. We have to redo this room because it's a house, and we're actually trying to put like a fucking bed in here. So now I'm like, we're gonna have to go through a whole. This is all good. This like depth is gonna be gone. I just got rid of a couch. Anyway, I'm sad now because I'm like, what do you guys think? You guys think? I think you always find a corner. Like for me, if it's not going to have the depth, I got to find a corner,
I'm in a closet. So
you win.
Ew. Do you even go here? Gross. No.
Like there's literally like this is the wall here, and where I'm touching right here is the camera that's against the other wall. This is the space.
See that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lance don't even give a fuck about being in frame. He's just like, you know what? Look at this shadow.
What's funny what Binder's describing, that was my setup for like my first 3 years, is I was actually in a closet, and it was like that thin, like that teeny too. So,
but that's where you put your elements, right, over your shoulder. Like you're putting your elements. Are you able to like put your assets right over that right hand side?
Oh, streaming elements. At first, I was like, I don't know if I get this joke.
No, it's not a joke. I'm literally just talking shop with you.
Yeah. So I can put them in the overlays. I can do that, no problem.
Right.
So,
yeah. So you have that blank space kind of on purpose. It's almost like a built-in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To put stuff over.
Yeah. All right. Well, good to talk shop. I need to
I'm
figure
big
out
on corners too, and like being up against the wall. I don't have a lot of space. Like I'm right there, but it's very comfortable, and I have so much more space because like I had my desk in the middle of my room, like in the corner with the TVs. And I had to like walk around to get to my desk. And so yeah, this is a lot more comfortable. And I actually really took time to plan, which I'm proud of myself because I don't do that. I don't measure shit, but I did this time. And
good for you.
I did. I was very careful. I'm glad. Thank you.
Really good.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to get rid of all these books that I don't read. What?
No, usually, like I thought people were gonna shit on it because change is bad. Not a single person was like, "Oh, I don't like the new studio," which is surprising to me because I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be 50-50." Because like people just don't like change, in general.
No, it looks
I'm
great. It looks excellent.
I'm glad. Yeah, Thank you. I'm glad. I like it. I like it myself.
The fact that you have got 2 angles out of one studio.
Yeah, it's versatile. Yeah, I can actually accommodate a real life guest now.
I was just gonna ask that. I was literally just gonna ask that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can you fit a queen bed in the room though? This is
not anymore, unfortunately. Although I have 2 dog beds in here, pretty sizable dog beds. So
impressive
for pugs, right? Isn't that what you got? What do you got? What are your dogs?
They have They have the big dog beds, Matt.
Wow.
They're living.
And
they're
do they
living
need
in bougie.
the big dog beds?
You know what? I buy the big ones for in here. They like the little baby beds. They squeeze their, So, but they have the big beds as an option. Also, the cat.
Little dogs usually like big beds. I mean, my cat sleeps in the dog's bed, and the dog hates going in it, and it's this huge bed because he's a big dog. So, little animals like going in the big beds. I guess you're right.
Yeah,
I like how one person in chat, Jordan Wallace, my apartment is dirty as fuck. I'm lazy as hell.
Yeah, fair.
Just if you bring anyone over, get that mattress off the ground. That's all we ask.
Just pick up the clothing. If there's clothes on the floor, it looks very dirty.
Don't ever bring anyone over when the mattress is on the ground. Can I just say that?
That's good advice.
That's Chad advice, really.
Yes.
Or like an inflatable. I've been there, man. Been there. I mean, that person still got laid, but like I was grossed out the whole time. I was just like, I was not happy about it. Women, if I were a Gen Z chick, I would have been like, bye. But I'm a polite millennial.
Gen Z is very discerning. That's what
they are. They're more discerning. Men are. By the way, Gen Z men are okay. Die. We gotta go. I know we gotta end. But I'm so terrified about these studies around Gen Z men and how they're more conservative than boomers.
Yeah, 3 times more likely to say that women should like be subservient to their men or something. Like, isn't that fucking crazy?
It's so clear because it's like all the boomers are like, they're old and they're like, listen, youngin, just listen to your wife, all right? She knows what she's doing. She knows how to pack a bag. Like, they've had enough life to be like, just let her be in charge because she knows she's smarter than you. She knows what she's doing. But yeah, no, it's very scary.
That is a boomer mentality. My boomer orthodontist, I remember he told, because I got my braces out before I got married, and he's like, well, congratulations. Here's what I want to tell you, a piece of advice that I gave to my son. Happy wife, happy life.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I will keep my wife very happy.
Do you feel like someone is, you or your husband is the wife though?
No, I think that we're both equal.
Okay.
In certain ways.
Weird. What's an equal relationship like? I'm just kidding.
Like both, masculine, feminine energy balance. If you asked him, he'd say he's the Chad, but I dispute that and say it's like equal. Because the beard adds a lot more to my like masculine energy, I think. My voice is very homosexual.
Men with feminine energy. But they have to actually be into women. That's the problem. Usually they're not. They're too bad.
Homosexuals.
It's too bad. It's a problem. We try to convert you. You could take all the best ones. Anywho.
Can't help it. We're converting so many.
Lance, are you married?
I am, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think everyone on the show except for Rebecca and Ariana is in like a long-term relationship, and then me and Mike are the 2 men without kids so far.
Right.
Yeah.
And David's kids must be 5, 6. I remember when he had the kid.
I think
when was that
somewhere
COVID?
around that age.
It was during COVID. Yeah, so you're right. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
How is David's kid making me feel old?
I don't know. Is his kid making content yet?
Not yet.
Gotta get started early. I mean, come on, it's a rat race. You want your kid to be Sigma.
I don't think David would allow his kid to make content unless it's not political, given how horrifying everything is.
I'm assuming kids wouldn't make political content. I mean, I don't think that's
true. I would not. I would not let my kid go on the internet.
Like Binder and Francesca, you're probably keeping your kids off social media, right? Just because of how bad it is.
My kids aren't on social media, no.
Yeah, your kids are more of the age. I do think there's did you guys talk about the whole Instagram stuff? I mean, the lawsuits that Meta is paying for.
No, we didn't. We talked a lot about Flora and AI disasters, but not that aspect.
I mean, it's interesting because I love Taylor Lorenz. I have her on my show, but she is very much she's a little bit of a libertarian. I think I would, and I think she'd be okay with me saying that when it comes to social media, and especially when it comes to the idea that it's addicting kids, and that it targets kids. I mean, I my only dispute with all that is it targets adults too. It's the same sauce, It's just kids. Your brain is less developed. It is a little bit rougher on you. I just think it's great that they have to pay out $375 million. And I think it's a start. I don't think we should move into the censorship, getting rid of section 320 or whatever it is, 230.
Oh, 230. Yeah.
I don't think we should move in that direction, but holding them accountable in some aspect, I think is good. I definitely, I don't know. I think that there is a lot of overblown bullshit as to how addictive it is and how much social, but also we're living in a timeline where fucking AI chatbots are convincing kids to kill themselves. So,
or other people,
or kill other people. And I'm sorry, but those stories just they don't exist when the person is a 35-year-old. You're not hearing that. You are hearing stories of kids doing that. So yeah, I am of too much. I think we should lower the voting age. I think kids should be more empowered. I think all the things, but we should have some modicum of protection and make sure that they like are not, you know, gonna be left to the wiles of all this, and also wiles of like child pornographers and fucking, you know, people who,
Elon Musk,
but also people who like,
child pornographers, you know.
There's like some scheme where, you know, people will get money out of kids by like, they like get them to send them a nude photo or something, and then like basically hold them ransom with that photo, or like blackmail them.
I think you're talking about a cult. There's a couple of online cults that do that, where they try to get loyalty pledges through getting kids to send either nude photos or pictures of them doing self-harm and stuff like that.
That's crazy. It's not the, but that's fucking insane too. No, it's like, I forgot what they call it, but someone wanted to interview me. Someone wanted me to be like the host of a show that was all about that. And I was like, I'm a comic. Do you usually want to make this funny? That sounds terrible.
Very dark.
Yeah, very, very dark. Anywho.
Yeah, that's
sextortion. Thank you. Not my, yes, exactly. Sextortion. Okay. Totally. Yes. It's an extortion technique, and it's led to kids killing themselves as well.
Oh God.
So I think all this shit is good. It's funny because it's like, you're like, oh no, Instagram's not addictive, or like these things aren't addictive. And then yet, how many people do you know just in your life who are like, oh, I took Instagram off of my phone and I'm feeling a lot better. Like,
I mean, Meta literally in internal leaks of from the company, Meta literally did studies that proved to themselves that they were creating a harmful, addictive product for, especially harmful to young people, to kids. Like they know it. Like, it's been proven within the company.
Yes.
And you know, I think it's good that these companies are being held accountable. But I think we have to be careful that governments don't overreach in trying to solve the problem. And I don't think they do it accidentally. I think it's very purposeful. Like, for example, there's that act, COSA, Kids Online Safety Act.
Yeah, that's a catch-22.
It's clearly an attempt to stifle LGBTQ plus groups. And
that's how Marsha Blackburn is selling it. It's like, kids are going online, they're getting these trans websites, and they're turning trans.
That's not this. They literally want to take away safe spaces from LGBTQ plus kids, which will then lead to more children harming themselves or being harmed.
Right.
So I think it's good that these companies are being dealt with a financial, monetary punishment, because that will push them to deal with the problem themselves.
Yeah.
And while I do think there should be some sort of government oversight to make sure they deal with it, I still think they need to be the ones to deal with it while the government is making sure they deal with it. We cannot have the U.S. government censoring the internet, because what's going to end up happening too is, I'm not worried about the companies. What's going to end up happening, like if politicians get their way, like Section 230 will be repealed, and you won't be able to post anything online anymore because social media companies won't want to be held liable to what you post.
All of this online space, all of our jobs could just straight up vanishes, because like if they are worried about what is going to be published and whether or not they're going to be liable, then they're just going to allow like corporate media and safe stuff and like the whole.
But there needs to be rules of the road. There was a very good. There was a really good. This is Ramona. I thought the debate that the Majority Report had about this was so good. Everyone should go watch that.
I'll check it out.
It was excellent, because, and I feel like I do kind of come down around where Sam is. Like, I'm not a total libertarian on the Section 230 stuff. She's so fat. Speaking
I love tuxedo cats.
They're the best. Hi.
Oh.
She likes to smell my breath. Is it bad? No. Yeah, because I definitely agree with Binder, but like, it's like, I'm not convinced that. I think there was something like, if Section 230 goes away, then Google and, you know, all these big companies wouldn't go through any litigation. Like, they would just kick you off the platform. I can't remember the exact arguments, but like it kind of bore out with the Sesta Fosta stuff, where it was like they, Backpage and different places online couldn't sell, you couldn't have like sell sex work anymore. And so all of that got driven more like underground. I'm really bastardizing this, but effectively, like, companies were like, we don't want to deal with this. We don't want to be sued for like, you soliciting sex, or like not soliciting, but offering sex. And so we're just going to kick you off of it. So, I don't know, but it is, we can't, like, the free internet also is kind of bullshit. It's like the idea that like, even without social media algorithms, for example, it's the idea that like the internet is like, agnostic, or that the internet is an open space and like everyone can opine and anyone can say anything. It's like, we know who generally the voices like lift to the top, we know who's been iced out. We know who, gets harassed. It's, usually people of color, LGBTQ plus people, women, all that. So there, but that debate I think was fascinating. I really, really liked it.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, check it. I can't find Francesca's YouTube channel link, youtube.com/FRANIFIO, Bituation Room. All right, I should go make some dinner. And Lance is gone though. Did he pee? Is he getting to his jammies?
Both. Pee, jammies.
I'm so glad that you guys still do this.
Yeah.
We've been
most Thursdays.
Yeah, chugging
It's a
along.
couple. But yeah. We've been doing this now since what? Late 2022,
Long time,
right?
yeah.
So yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Since the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before that, I think we started. No, I don't remember.
No, we started after the midterms of 2022. Because this was originally like a stream that Lance did, where myself, Matt, David, Ole, like a bunch of people got on and we had fun, so we decided to just do it every week. And
it's such a good idea. It's so good. Since. I gotta come back more often and just carve out some time.
Do. Anytime. If you're free on Thursdays, we do it every Thursday evening.
Hell yeah, I would love to make more of a habit of that now that I pulled back on some of my live streaming. And Ariana, God, poor thing. She's in it. Has she been coming on?
She came on and she was dealing with the avalanche before. I think she came on like the day after the Zoran Mamdani tweet went viral, and she was talking about how much hate she's getting. And she was talking about the story from a first-hand account where she was sitting there and she was like, I knew the second people pulled their phones out, I was like, we're getting fucking roasted. This is going to be all over the internet in like 24 hours kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, was this the Ramadan one?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
God.
And on top of that, she was getting shit from the Iranian diaspora, like the right-wing diaspora, where they've been just like relentless. So she's been going through it. So she's taken a little bit of a break, but
good for her.
Otherwise, she usually comes on.
They out here with their Israeli flags, man. They're crazy. They're so crazy.
Fucking crazy. I see some of the responses to her. She's like quote tweeted a couple of them, but yeah, it's a lot. I feel bad.
It's a very interesting dynamic, and one that I don't even know. I mean, I think Latin American countries mirror this, but in terms of like the diaspora being so divided, a lot of Latin American, like, people who have immigrated generally have more money, generally we're able to get out, and then the people who stay behind are like, no, I'm more working class and whatnot. But I feel like the divide needs to be studied because it is wild. And again, it's a subsect. I mean, I think Cubans are the same thing. Like, there's many Cuban immigrants who've immigrated in the last like 20 years who are not extremist, anti communist, anti-Castro folks. The economy sucked, so they left. But we only kind of put the mics in the like rich folks in Miami or the rich folks out here in Hollywood. We only put the mics
whose
in
sugar plantations were confiscated and they have a lifelong grudge.
Totally. When are we gonna do the Cuba thing? Should we go to Cuba? Should we stay in a 5-star hotel in Cuba? That's why I want to go.
Yeah, I need the clout. I'm doing it for clout, just like everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, why else would you go to Cuba?
What am I missing? What am I missing? Who said that?
I would not go right now. Not
a lot of people online just lost their shit in the most inappropriate ways when people were trying to do a good thing. Well, no, when they objectively did do a good thing. They brought solar panels, brought tons of medical supplies. Like, people got mad about the stupidest shit. They got mad at Kneecap for playing a free show. And I was like, are they not allowed to enjoy life too? Because like, if bombs were dropping behind me, or like there was food being starving, or fuel, it's like if honestly all the fuel got cut out of Vancouver and then someone came to perform a concert, I'd be thrilled. I'd be fucking like, thank you for showing solidarity and treating us like humans, you know.
It was, I mean, when I knew Hassan was going, I was like, first of all, first reaction was like dope. Second reaction was like, oh boy, here it comes. We know what this is gonna be like. But I don't think that the bad outweighs the good, not just the good that he himself could bring, you know, in the form of, you know, actual meds like everybody else did and supplies, but no, actually straight up streaming from there. I mean, I actually think that was huge. And I think, you know, I went to Cuba in 2015 and like him, the first thing I did was like, you read a book about Cuba history, like that, you just like devour it, and you realize the revolution really was an anti-colonial movement. You know, it was complete haves and have-nots, Dickensian, you know, squalor for people who weren't, you know, rich plantation owners in Havana running casinos and the fucking mafia. People were literally illiterate. They were not like there was no education, and so the revolution
literacy rate is higher than ours.
Of course,
it's crazy.
So it is a very beautiful country and an incredible experience. It is the world upside down. It is, you know, what if we, and the crazy thing, I had Professor Christy Thornton on my show. She went and visited as well. She was with the delegation, and she was like, you know, when you go, you really think, man, what they could have done and could possibly still do. You never say never, but without the embargo. Like, if the embargo hadn't held them back, the advances, everything they have, like, they still, you know, it's still a different model. It's still a communist model. And I have critiques of it as well, that are not right-wing critiques. They're just sort of like, you know, doctors get the same amount of money as like cab drivers. And you're like, I think there probably should be some incentive to be a doctor, but you know, but like, they really could have done so much more without this fucking embargo, and we've done them such a disservice. But yeah, I think it's great to go. I think it's dope, and I wanted to go, but then I realized I was doing my live show that same weekend, so we gotta go back. And by the way, the 5-star thing, man, it's like the 5-star hotels are only where they're allowed to stay.
Yeah, if they stay at a government-owned hotel, then they are breaking U.S. law, so they have no choice but to
exactly.
And people are stupid, like they know this, but they're bad faith, right? Like they understand, but it's just about, oh well, you know, it's a 5-star hotel. This socialist has his $300 glasses. It's just, they're gonna find Hassan could fart, and they would critique the pitch of his fart. Like, there's nothing that he could do to win some of these people over, because he just has reached like this level of notoriety that threatens them, quite frankly, right? Because, like, you know, he talks about how capitalism is bad. He talks about how imperialism is bad. So, you know, that is the potential to break through the discourse. And
I mean, and the other thing is like, oh, why is he wearing like a $600 shirt? Bitch, he's a celebrity. He's rich. He's got money. I'm sorry. Like, it's like if Angelina Jolie went there, people would be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Thank you, Angelina. Angelina got me wearing her fucking whatever, you know, her expensive ass stuff. Like, again, it's all stupid. Anyone who bought into any of that, anyone who even says, why was he wearing a blank amount of dollars shirt, you've already bought into the right-wing framing. Like, the fact that you even know what that shirt was and how much it cost is so sad. Like, it's so beside the point and so sad. But also, he's got money. Good for him. Buy some fucking Cartier glasses. You wear those every goddamn day. You should buy expensive glasses because you wear them.
You can only be a socialist if you're poor. You know the rules. We all have to, live in burlap sacks and wear electrical cords as belts. When you're not a real one.
Socialism is when Azan no house. That's the you can't have a house and be a socialist.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
what socialism is.
if I became a millionaire, if and when, I'd buy a nice shirt. Fuck yeah. I'd also probably try to start like a media company for real and like do some shit, or like fund the revolution or, do all those things. But he also, I mean, he also legit, like he brought like wads, he brought a bunch of money. He always, donates to good things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My one only critique of Hassan is he's got to build something bigger. That's my legit only critique of him.
Mm-hmm.
But, if only to give himself days off. Like this dude's gonna want to have a family one day.
Right.
This dude's gonna want to take a day off. He's taking that Gen Z no days off shit way too seriously.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how he does that. If I were a millionaire though, you got me thinking. I wouldn't buy a shirt that's $650. I would at least allow myself to get a $50 shirt because I'm a tightwad, but I would buy some expensive ass Lego sets. Like I'd get the $650. It's like the starter Charizard Blast. That'd be on my fucking shelf. A bunch of Lego sets that are like expensive. That one Rivendell.
Yeah, you gotta have the one thing that you're into.
Yeah.
I like jackets and shoes. And shoes. But no, once again, the planet is dying, and we should all shop used, recycled.
Yes.
Upcycle your Nespresso pods into a beautiful jacket. Just kidding. Who has an espresso machine? Gross. Talk about bad for the planet.
Yeah,
I'm pure.
I've never tried an espresso, but I've tried the K-Cups or Keurigs. I've never tried an espresso. I feel like they're probably overhyped because the K-Cups were not very good.
They're not.
Keurig? Are you comparing Keurig to Nespresso?
Is it really that big of a difference?
Yes. One is George Clooney.
You take a shot of caffeine.
One is your Airbnb trash. No, Keurigs are disgusting. Nespressos are legit delicious.
Really?
They're so fucking
You don't have
good.
to add anything to the Nespresso, like they come flavored and stuff? Or is it just like straight up
Well,
coffee?
first of all, some real coffee isn't flavored, Mike, but
That's how I need my coffee.
did they come with your vanilla, the chocolate cookie dough
like
coffee?
dead ass though.
Dead ass? Yes. They have all those flavors. You should go, you know what you do? You go when you can handle a lot of caffeine and go into a shop because they'll give you a bunch of free samples.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I can always handle a lot of caffeine. I can never get enough, so I'll try. I'm curious, but yeah, people swear by the Nespresso, and I've been a skeptic.
No,
I'm just a coffee
delicious.
pot person. You know how bad I was a couple of years ago? I was still doing mostly instant coffee because it was easier. But
damn,
yeah. I'm a very like uncultured swine.
You
like,
are cheap.
Basic Folgers and shit. Yeah. Classic roast.
Have you
Folgers.
upgraded your life? So now you went from instant to pot. Now you're living pot life. So that's good.
Pot life.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mr. Coffee? Is it Mr.?
No, so the brand that I actually, I don't know what brand it is. It's like it's not a generic brand, but it's like one of the like mid-tier brands where it has like if I want to, it has the little Keurig slot where I could stick the cup thing in it, but I don't ever use it. I just use the pot. But yeah, it works. It's good.
I love it. I love, you know what? It's refreshing in the year 2026 to have a not coffee snob, Just
That's
like,
true. That's
just
true.
Normal.
Yeah, I'm not a coffee snob. Not at all.
Fucking, this is when you run for president, you're just going to talk, me, just a regular old cup of Joe, make it a cup of Joe. It doesn't need to be fancy. Cup of Joe, mostly French vanilla coffee mate. This
yeah.
I can't.
I'm not like
Joe. I'm just gonna do meth. I think
I'm not like the elitist
Obama Joe and
who has the great
Lance is gonna do meth in order to relate to the people.
Me too.
That's great.
I'm just gonna ingest lead to relate to the average working man, lead, and
Now you just need to see what was it? A saggy vagina in the locker room, and you will get completely red pilled. Not in my locker room.
I sometimes I say things that I really need to be more cognizant of. Like what like I'm gonna get clipped out of context one of these days, and it's gonna be bad. I need to stop, but I have no filter. I need to stop.
First of all, I think it's fine. I think dicks get way too much and balls way too much shine. We should overuse.
Yeah.
Say saggy vagina. I think that's good.
Yeah.
And if you weren't gay, I probably wouldn't give you a pass to say that. But the fact that you are,
I know that I can get away with a lot more too, which is the problem, right?
you know,
Like,
he just plays this
do
identity
bisexuals
politics
get a pass?
game.
Is it bisexuals too, or just gay guys? Like fully gay?
Nah,
How
you
does
got to
that-
be fully gay. You got to be fully gay.
Oh. All right, Mike. I'll watch.
I'm sorry, Lance, but I can give Lance the pass.
Oh, I get a secondhand pass.
To say saggy pussy.
Nasty pussy. You're nasty saggy pussy.
Because if I say that and somebody's like, he can't say that, then it's like, why are you homophobic?
There's so many rules. It's so hard
I had
to
that
use.
reverse Uno card.
Wait,
in my back
so
pocket
Lance
at
not
all
only-
times.
Lance, you not only have bisexual lighting, you are bisexual.
Yeah, it's both because I think the color scheme's nice too, though. It is nice.
I
It does
like
look
the
really
idea
nice.
that you first of all, I have similar color scheme, but it's not as beautiful. I like the idea that maybe you were straight, but then you got the lighting and you were like, you know what? Why not?
Wow, I feel so seen right now.
It
that's how
like
happened.
reversed. It did something to you.
It gayified me. It was like the woke mind virus, but in luminescence. It was pretty.
You know, there is something about bisexual lighting. Like, if I were to switch these lights to bisexual, I might start to question my sexuality. It's something
that
about
powerful. That
it's-
color scheme, right? Yeah.
I don't know. You've got to.
has
And
the
you're. I mean, I wasn't gonna say this, Mike, but like the new studio is pretty straight, dude.
Is it really?
It's pretty straight. Like that fucking slate looking like you just like mined that coal and like slapped the slabs
man-
together.
Okay. Okay.
It's manly. It's like, you know what it is? It's like, I'm a man and I manscape. You know, like I'm a man
Mm.
and I have like a facial care routine or whatever.
A line of credit.
I'm a man and I have a line of credit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's it's like it's very grown and sexy, but it's a little
Well, thank
straight.
you. Is it? Okay. Okay. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
It's a nice balance.
It is a good balance. It is.
You know.
All right, I'm gonna go have dinner and pee, and I really love that you've allowed me to just string this conversation on for so long, for another hour.
I'm so glad that you shut up. It's been so much fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, follow me on all the things. Come see me in Vancouver. Lance, save me a dinner.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care, Francesca. How dare she call my background straight? The fuck? I'm just kidding. No, that was really fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. In the most complimentary way that could possibly be, I guess, right? Normally it's
Yeah.
used as an insult these days, anyways. Like, are the straights okay? But in this case, it's like, yeah, it's giving powerful vibes. I think that's it.
Okay. Okay. It's a power move then.
Mhm.
I like it.
You just got to
Is-
say no homo when when you start the show.
No straighto or
Yeah, no straight.
listen, gorgeous. You might see this heterosexual background, but I'm not engaging in any strategy. It's all on the flick of the wrist. You know? It's crazy because like if I have to code switch and like I'm out in public and I'm just like, not that like I don't know, I can't judge my own gayness, but like if I'm just trying to not make a scene, I'll try to like just be normal and talk normal so my voice isn't as high pitched. And every fucking time I'm a dead giveaway, I'm like, yeah, I'll have that. Like, it's the fucking wrist. It's biological. It's biological. Like, they say it's not a choice. Motherfucker. The limp-wristed shit, like, I can't get... It's fucking crazy. I'm just like... Yeah, the second I talk, it's something with my fucking... Like, bro, I can't control it. It doesn't matter. The straightest act... Like, the straightest acting gay dude you could find will still notice that wrist. He'll be like... Like, it'll be, like, very, very colorful. It's so funny.
That's amazing. That feels like a part of the birdcage sketch or something, like trying to act as straight as you possibly can.
Right, because I mean, like, everybody's got to, from time to time, you probably have to code switch. Something like, you know, some people can't really, like, code switch because they just, like, are very visibly gay. I feel like I kind of fall into that category a little bit. But, you know, you try sometimes to not, you know, arouse suspicion in or suspicious areas or around family members that are, like, annoying and demonic. So yeah. All right. Oh, look at this. Speaking of super chats, which we're about to get to, Mike, your wall is so straight it ungayed you. Yeah. It may have done that. Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me update my timestamps. By the way,
we got a lot of super chats, and it's already
really.
We're already an hour over an hour.
Shit. Okay.
After we usually do it, which I really enjoyed the conversation.
It's been a lot of fun.
We gotta go through these because I don't know.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Lance, you read yours. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Well, I was gonna say I only have 1 or 2, so I can just raid into you guys, and you can do it real quick. I'll just send my fans to you.
Okay, and then you can get started in that.
I can't do 4 more hours now. I'm on my 5th hour of streaming.
Oh my god, Lance, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Bender, I will raid into you, man.
All right. While you're there, folks, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Definitely hit that follow button if you're not already following me. And I'm assuming there's quite a few of you who aren't already following me because Lance has a lot more followers than I do on Twitch.
Not for long. All right, I send them your way. Have a wonderful super chats thing, and I will see you next Thursday.
All right, see you, Lance. Thanks for the raid. Oh, Mike left me alone. All right, I'm gonna read on my Twitch while I'm on Twitch. Let me read my Twitch chat. Grockman, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime over on Twitch. Looney Tunes 9000 resubscribed for 15 months at tier 1, subscriber for 27 months. Looney Tunes says 27 months later, and today for the Mets loss, Matt must now get Kowalski to arrange a debate between you and Alex Jones. You must also get Brandon to impersonate Alex Jones. The Mets lost. What are you talking about? Mets won today. They won their home opener, their opening day game. They won 11-7. Jager 08 Larson gifted 3-month tier 1 sub to Fran. Thank you so much. That was so nice of you. Tigwick subscribe with Prime. Thank you so much, Tigwick. I really appreciate that. And let's now jump to Mike's back. All right, cool. So should I just go through my super chats, I guess, too?
Feel free. I'm posting the highlights, the timestamps for the VOD, and then I'll go ahead and I'll click through them for you, so that way you don't have to worry about operating it. Because I'll try to go through these fast myself as well.
All right, I'll pull the first one up. Robert Stack with 5 gifted memberships over at youtube.com/MattBender. Thank you so much, Robert Stack. Carrie Shaw. I think you showed this one earlier with the $20 super chat. Didn't Steve Doug buy land in the metaverse? We spoke about that before. Yep. Omega Star with a member for 5 months super chat. Left is best. Aryan Khan with a super chat. Call of Duty, Epstein Fury, going to be crazy with AI filter. Robert Stack with another super chat. May have to split up leftist mafia like the NWO, Hollywood and Wolfpack. Right, it's looking that way, right?
I pulled up the wrong Robert Stack.
I guess what? Me, Lance and Mike are like what? I guess we're like the Hogan, Nash, and Hall of the NWO, right? Tokyo Hans gifted 5 membership super chats. I'm sorry, gifted 5 YouTube memberships. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Foresto Montero with a super chat. The reason Netflix shows are always re-explaining the plot is the execs have this theory that everyone's on their phone, so they need to be reminded.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's accurate on why they do it, but I don't think it's important to do it as much as they do, but I also think, quite frankly, people need to be reminded sometimes. You always play to the lowest denominator when it comes to this stuff. I mean, you have to, honestly. Parker 402, yay, Francesca. Is this the first time on Leftist Mafia? No, she's been on before.
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo Hans with a super chat. Americans, $5 gas. I can't live like this. Cubans. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The Bay Photo with a super chat. Tell Fran that the fighter jets were likely the flyovers for Dodgers opening day, right? I think we read this one earlier too.
Hang on, I got lost here. That's not the right Bay. No, that's not. Oh, no, that is the right Bay Photo. Okay, I'm sorry. There's a lot. So
no, there's a different one. There was a different one.
Okay.
We might have put it up earlier, and you might have unclicked.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I probably unstarred that. Okay, because I'm trying to keep it.
Foresta with another super chat. Steve Carell, presidential The Office show when? All right.
Hang on 1 second. I got to get caught up again. I can't.
Sure.
See.
No worries.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'll go down from there. Sorry.
Tigwick plays games with a $50 super chat. I really appreciate it. Just thinking of you, your dad, and your family. Thank you so much, Tigwick. I really appreciate it. Yeah, just we're taking it, one day at a time. He's still in rehab. He's taking his treatment. Some days are better than others, and that's what we gotta we keep on going until we know more. Thank you so much, Tigwick. Looney Tunes 9000 with a super chat. Well, Binder. So the Yankees won last night while the damn Mets lost today. Please explain why the Mets suck. You sent me this on Twitch. I don't know which one was first, but I don't know what game you were watching, but the Mets won today. They won their opener 11-7.
Looney Tunes. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time. There we go.
You're having a bad day today, Mike.
There's a lot, so
I don't think you've gotten one correct yet.
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Okay, who's next?
Troy Mosen with a super chat.
There we go.
The Michigan Senate race is getting nasty as Mallory McMorrow is pulling a Cuomo, calling out El Sayed for having Hassan at a future campaign rally. I mean, give me a break. This is
that'll work out well for her, like it did for Cuomo. Yeah. I'm sure.
Kowalski with a super chat. The fires across Nebraska keep flaring back up. We need some rain. Aside from hearing it from me, has this made any of your news feeds, or is it just being buried in the avalanche of war crimes? I did not know there were fires happening in Nebraska. I did not. I hope everything goes well, Kowalski.
I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. I can't. There's a couple.
Oh my God, what are you doing today?
Here we go. Okay, this was way at the bottom. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable. Honestly, I see that there's still 66 super chats, and I think you should just read yours in your YouTube studio, Mike, because it's so late. If someone sent super chats to someone who's not on the show today, I'm sorry. That's just, you should have sent it to someone on the show today.
Yeah, there might be some in here for Francesca as well, because she.
Right. Oh, then she was on the show.
Yeah, actually, it's still streaming on her channel too. So here's what I'll do. I'll go through and read them, but I won't be able to respond to all of them. I'll just go quick since there's so many, just so we can read all of them. But it's late. I'll try to keep it really quick. Robert, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Really appreciate that, Robert. Turned Captain Kirk into a Pez dispenser. Thank you for being a member, Fritza. And thank you for being a member to Celeste Cartoon. says saw Project Hail Mary in IMAX 70mm and it was awesome. Same. I saw it in IMAX as well. It was great. Otaku Dragon says trans people are now banned from Olympics and Trump is putting his signature on American currency and his face on a US coin. Wake me up from this. Yeah. Very bizarre timeline. Cartoon says, did you see the Alan Richardson video in which he had a fight with someone in the act of self-defense who is MAGA? I did see that. Yeah, and the different angle showed that it didn't look like he was just like needlessly beating up the guy. The guy started it by jumping in front of his motorcycle. In Defense says, I hope she can't sleep at night. 180K Chan says, for early Trans Day of Visibility, a funny story I told one of my best friend. I was trans. He was excited. Turns out they were trans as well. We were both afraid to tell each other. That's a really sweet story. Thanks for sharing that. Also from 180K Chan, now of my high school friend group, 4 or 5 of us are trans. That's incredible. It's nice to be able to like talk to people about your transness and have that shared experience. I'm happy for you. Old Man says, or since a super sticker, thank you. Pawn says, by definition, a robot only need one moving part. By the way, autonomous vehicles are robots, just not cute. Okay, good point. Robert says, look up Dorian Tyrell from The Mask and tell me that's not Drewski. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh my God. Just with the green face instead. Holy shit. Pond says, also, I think you missed the fact that the robot was a clone of Melania. Didn't you see how many language it speaks? V-Man says, Puerto Rico's colonialist government, along with the Epstein class, are attempting to build a massive private city for themselves in Cabo Rojo, Puerto Rico, called Project Esenca. Continued in next chat. If completed, this will privatize 3 miles of beaches, destroy both environmentally protected land and Taino archaeological sites, and strip 1/3 of Cabo Rojo's water supply. Continued in next chat. Tomorrow, Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico and the diaspora will protest. Please stand with us. And if a protest is in your area, please support it. PR, not $4. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I wasn't aware of this, but that's I'm glad that people are taking action. Really, really appreciate you sharing that information with us, man. And thank you for the super chats as well. Bohosa says the only person who could pull off blackface is an actor who plays an actor named Robert Downey Jr. In Defense says, for legal reasons, probably, I don't think Drewski says Erica, right? No, don't think so. Cosmere Dragon says, Professor is a YouTuber who has some really funny Tamagotchi videos worth watching. Okay, good to know. Action F and Jackson says, can you ask Francesca? Oh, too late. Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't see this. When she interviews the LA DSA mayoral candidate, if the mayoral candidate will fire the police chief for collaborating with ICE. Omega says 1312. Cy Abelman says, I'd pay good money to see Mike sing We Are Charlie Kirk into a hairbrush, possibly through the fine folks at Cameo. I don't think I would be doing that. Robert says, new segment, Jesse Watersboarding. The Bay Photo says, Tommy Tuberville didn't know the 3 branches of government after he won his Senate election. That's arguably way worse. Really? Damn. Unknown says, I know people who aren't aware because they avoid the news to look after their mental health. That makes sense, for sure. Omega says, love you, Franny. Keep on keeping on, and we'll all stand with you. Sir Gerbil says, there used to be a TYT clip of Anna, Dave Rubin, and Jenk mocking Sean Hannity for moralizing about spring break while playing B-roll of barely clothed college women. Yeah, those were the days. Those were quite a different, feels like a different era. Roland says, what are your thoughts on HBO's Harry Potter trailer? Didn't watch it, plan on boycotting the show, and anybody who I know in real life, I'm letting them know that if they really, really, really want to watch it, to not pay money for it or not stream it, don't give them any money because it goes directly to oppressing trans people. So
there's really no reason for that show to exist. Like, it's just like a scene for scene remake of the movies, and it feels like she wanted to do it because the actors in the movies are against everything she stands for now.
Yes, she wants new actors who don't care about her transphobia. So it's fuck her. I hope it fails. It's Harry Potter though, so I don't know if it's gonna do well. Probably, if I had to guess. But I'm at least letting everybody that I know personally and do not give this project money. Do not support this project. You are supporting the oppression of trans people. The Breaker of Walls says, we got habituation on our hands. Hashtag Frantifa, rise up. The Bay Photo says, tell Fran that the fighter jets were likely to... Okay, we read that one. Thank you, Bay Photo. The Breakers of Walls says Frantifa and the Max left, LOL. Chichi Massey says the oligarchs finally realized they can't get rich off the sun and wind, so they are stealing all the oil they can before we all go electric. Yes. Tigwig, thank you so much for the 50. I think like Tigwig has sent $50 super chats to all of us like multiple weeks in a row. So Tigwig, thank you so much. That is really kind. It's never ever expected. You do not have to do this, but I really, really appreciate you doing that. Thank you for the support.
Absolutely.
Brother. It was really fun having Francesca on the show. Again, my memory's fading. Love the dynamic between y'all. Yeah, that was the second time she came on. It was great. Could have her on more often for sure. Looney Tunes says, yo, Fran, are you familiar with the whole Alex Jones crashing the TYT set from 9 years ago? I found the all angles video today, and it's crazy. I'm sure she's seen that because that was a pretty big moment for TYT. Lily Jumper says, they are legit grifters. Jeng only cares about growing his audience no matter what, and Anna is only worried about making that Dave Rubin money. Glad you are on your own. Salute. Kowalski says, Trump doesn't care about any of this. He won. He has nothing left to prove. Those around him are doing Fortress North America, profiting off insider trading and forcing the Eastern Hemisphere into chaos. 1,000%. Chemical Dragon says, love your channel, Mike. Well, thank you. That's really sweet of you. USS Fury says, when people talk about Anna's neighbor Jeff, I think about Channing Tatum in 22nd Jump Street, just walking up to Anna and saying, my name is Jeff. Kenzie Page says, thanks for all you do. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Kenzie, and also a member for 33 months. Really appreciate that. Direct says, deploy ICE to that island instead of Marines. Tell them that's where their missing signing bonus is. Yeah, right? If you're going to send anybody to war, send those motherfuckers. Crotchy says, is there a VIP list? Can I get on the VIP list? I bought a ticket already. From Toronto, no coordinates being given. Okay, in response to the Francesca show. I would imagine there isn't a VIP list. Because it's a leftist show, right? So there's no VIP, no class. It's all, everybody's equal. I don't know though.
Who knows?
Max Left. Yeah, who knows? Max Left says random, but in a few days, the final World Cup spots will be decided. Iraq is having to send team via a private plane for their match versus Bolivia on Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know how some of these teams are going to be able to do this with the threats from the United States. With
yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
Some of the teams from Latin America who would be targets for ICE, people from Iran. I don't know. It's going to be a shit show. So I really am. I feel bad for any of these players who have been waiting for this moment, training, playing, and they're going to come to the U.S. and have to deal with complete bullshit. Kowalski says, looks like a perfect storm is brewing. Super El Nino, fertilizer shortage, labor shortages. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. Labor shortages, snap cuts, food processor consolidation, and high fuel prices. At least I should be making fat stacks. Yeah, it's not going to be good. I really am concerned about like everything going tits up economically speaking, because that's kind of where it's heading. As you said, perfect storm. We'll see. Ricius says, Francesca, I've been a fan of yours since the days of Current Channel. Love your wit and comedic time. Keep up the good work and hope one day to be able to see you in a live show. I wish that she was able to see this one. I was trying to pull up the ones pertaining to Francesca when she was still on. But this is all being streamed to her channel, so perhaps she will still get to see it. The instructor says, isn't Canada boycotting U.S. products? I'm pretty sure that's still going on. It's the Buy Canada movement, as far as I know, is still going. People from Canada can let me know in the chat, but I hope it should be still going on, given how badly they've been treated by the United States. Diego just sends a bunch of lovely flower emojis. Thank you for that, Diego. ABS says, hey, Mike, have you heard of the 2 Republican candidates that seem to be winning in California? I did see that. It's not necessarily because GOP candidates are popular, but because there's approximately 1,257 Democrats, and they're just all splitting the vote. So they need to come together, and they need to make a decision who has the best chance of winning and consolidate, because if not, then they're going to get a Republican governor. California Worm, thank you for the heart emoji. And $20, that's a very generous super chat. Thank you so much. Also, another generous super chat from Chemical Dragon. Thank you so much, you guys. Mike, I can tell you that pickleball is dangerous, LOL. I played it with my office unit army and ate it on the concrete court, scraped my face, chipped my tooth, and had a minor concussion, but I'm just fucking clumsy, LOL. That's crazy. No, I mean, like, any physical activity could potentially be dangerous, especially if you're at an older age. 76, I mean, you're in that age where you are prone to falling, and it can be deadly. It just, it depends on the circumstance. So yeah, it's not that unusual. I mean, sure, pickleball, you're having fun, you don't think you're gonna die, but I mean, like, look, when Mother Nature wants to take you back, you don't know when that's gonna happen. Hank Rodriguez says Binder's hair should have its own show. Binder's hair and my beard. They could have a show together, co-hosts. Waleed, not to take away from your beautiful hair, Bender, by the way. Waleed Damouni says, at New York Times, U.S. rejects vote to recognize slavery as a crime against humanity. Can send the link in the super chat. I saw that. Yeah, so this person is talking about a UN vote, and they were one of 3 countries that voted against recognizing slavery as a crime against humanity. In case you're curious who the other 2 countries are, Israel, Argentina. Not surprising at all. Corey Springer says Congress has only known of the dangers of climate change for 5 decades. They need more time to figure something out. Yeah, right? Yeah. Terabyte says Murphy beds are a great way to optimize rooms. Fan. Murphy beds. Oh, that's actually a really good idea, Tara. New member AJ Jane, thank you so much. Kyle says Lance embracing the Mr. Robot style of framing. Nintendo Gaming says, I can't find Francesca YouTube channel link. Okay, I know that she addressed it. She was on. Checkmate says, just being nice, Mike. Well, thank you so much. Canadian Goose, thank you for the 20. Says, good evening, all. Just getting into the show. Hope you all are having a good night. Have you ever heard of a warehouse in LA being used as an illegal biolab of some sort? LA Times had a piece on it. I have not heard of this. I'll have to check that out. In defense of the genre says, please come back to San Bernardino, Francesca. Shit, not you again says, all in favor of making Fran Perm Ellen member type 1. That'd be amazing. Boston Brian says, how does one audition to come on and talk shop? I swear, like Francesca, if that helps, haha. Check out the content. Oh, okay. So you're a content creator. So, okay, I'll have to check you out, Boston Brian. V-Man says, as a Boricua, all you need to make coffee is a sock. Okay. Invalid says, fun AF. Well, hey, I'm glad you're having fun. And last but not least, Creflo $50 says, hey guys, I don't know if you covered it, but Mallory McMorrow smeared Hassan. Also, Binder, a movie to show your kids is Fern Gully from the 90s. It's pretty based. I used to actually watch Fern Gully quite a bit.
I know Fern Gully, yeah.
Yeah, that's when we were kids, actually. We brought up that in another super chat with Mallory McMorrow, but yeah, very embarrassing. Shame on her. But that is all of them. I actually went through those a lot faster than I thought. Let me check Twitch really quick. See if there's any See if there's any comments there. If not, we will get out of here. So yeah, it looks like we are all set. So
who should we raid?
Want to go ahead and raid into let's see here, USA hole?
Yeah, sure. We haven't raided them in a while. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's hole with a 0.
No, I know all about it.
Okay, just in case.
All right, I'm gonna hit that start raid button. All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed this extra long special show. I mean, I'm exhausted, honestly. I'm ready to just fall asleep. So
I know.
I gotta walk the dog too. The poor dog's been waiting. I gotta take him out. So let me hit that raid button, and it was great to see you all. And we will see you all. As pleasure as always, Mike, and we'll see you all next week.
Take care, everybody.